is out there. Over there, yonder. Oh, give me 1 second and make sure you can hear me. I don't have a lot of energy today, guys, but I will. Okay, you can hear me. Good. But I will do my best. Okay. So you can hear me. Amazing. There's something about um something being balanced after something has been coming to a close. I keep seeing a lot of the Ten of Cups energy. Okay. So, what I'm feeling is like old systems of like how we were programmed, how we were raised, how we were trained, different things like this are basically kind of showing up. And or maybe they're not fully showing up, but they're coming up, right? They're like surfacing, right? They're coming up for air. They're coming up to be dealt with. And the way that we choose to deal with them at this point is ultimately like what we're moving towards, right? So anyways, what's happening? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, good. Just consistently have to check in since we got people out here. So it's like what's being balanced is coming to this understanding, right? Like from endings create beginnings, and the way that we're understanding love and interpersonal relationships, like our relationship with self, our personal or more intimate relationships with others, are also our relationship with the world, and as well as I saw what came out after this, the Emperor. Okay, so it's also about how we're balancing structure, but what I really see is this old structure, this old programming, right? This is like, let's say, government, patriarchy, all of this, right? This is like old standards or maybe new standards of what we would really like love to be, right? Maybe this what do they call it? The hopeless romantic, maybe like the hopeful romantic is really like what the switch is, what the balance is, right? When this new thing is coming into play. And this is like the world, right? This is how we're seeing or experiencing the world, how we're what kind of love we're receiving from the output, right? So, what kind of love are we receiving from our interpersonal relationships? What kind of love are we receiving exteriorly or are we giving externally? And what about other systems with how we've been programmed? It's like almost what I've been picking up on is like this, and these are, I mean, this is super strong. I've been shuffling this deck for a bit. Um, these are all major arcana, right? And so they're not just minor cards. So the world is about literally this new beginning, right? The ending and the new beginning. The lovers, okay? So what we knew love to be, what we knew family to be, what we knew closeness or intimacy to be, um uh how we've let all of this stuff away, right? How we choose love. And it's really important, right? And what this is as we let things end that have already run their course, right? Things that aren't good, things that aren't loving, things that aren't healthy, as we let them end and run their course, we're creating this new structure, right? It's like um it's like maybe you guys are coming into it's like, yeah, the wheel of fortune, the wheel of fate. Okay, so what I'm picking up on, you guys, is like what's going on is like all of the all of the energy that you have put in, all of the love, all of the work, all of the times that you have let things end, that you have been maybe um, walked away from things that belong to you, walked away and started over, right? This is the energy of the world, right? And you've just kind of trusted in the universe. The world is also known as the universe card, right? And every time you just kind of trusted in your guardians, right? The guardians of the universe and the universe, and you just said, okay, I surrender, right? I let go and I let God, right? Whatever this is. And you guys said, listen, I know, like, I'm not going to let all these weird things, all these institutions, all these other things, like, get in the way of what I know and feel love to be. Many of us can be from different times, different origins, different species. If you were here, like during Egypt, Lemuria, Atlantis, all of these things, the energy of the beings on the planet, or even other planets, if you're from Syrian or Lyrian, like if you're not like a dark entity of nature, then most people, or most beings, right? Most creatures, um, were this softer, loving energy, right? Not this angry, not this energy. Um, so it's like what's coming to a close is the way in which we have loved, the way in which we have seen love, and the way that the institutions have been. And love is going to conquer all, right? It's basically collapsing. It's collapsing this old institution, the wheel of fate. The people that are not just are the people that have been expressing, experiencing, omitting this love frequency, this lover's frequency, whether it's intimate or familial, interpersonal, whatever it is. Um, the people that have been saying, no, I'm cutting everything out that isn't this, that isn't love, that isn't caring, that isn't compassionate, right? This is an energy, this is a character, this is a way of being, right? These beings will be the beings that are kind of like carried forth, right? Like Jack and the Beanstalk type shit, right? He's got the magic beans. These are like the magic beans, the ones, beings, not beans though, the ones that still believe in love, the ones that, regardless of how many things have ended, how many things they've lost, how many lives they've lived, maybe how many even worlds or universes they've gone through, or to attempt to find this other person, right? To fight all of these systems, to basically go up against death and the wheel of fate and these higher, whatever, these institutions or whatever it is, and speaking this truth, right? Speaking this absolute truth. And it's like the truth will always come out. The truth will always come out. That's this Ace of Swords. The truth is coming out, and they're balancing it out, and this union is coming into play. Literally, this is like a literally, you guys, you could have like the lovers, you could have like villas, properties, businesses, like in places all around the world. Okay. This could be something that you guys are going to create together, as the lovers when you guys come into some type of union, when you start this new thing. But it's like ultimately like what brings you together, what brings balance, right? Balance to the empire, to the force, is this union. And the union comes from the truth, and the truth comes from not protecting the abuser, not protecting the system, not it's changing. Be the change you wish to see in the world, right? Don't just fucking complain about it. Like complain about it, like I don't really know how else to say it. This is pretty strong though. So yeah, this truth about this union. Okay, so there was a lot of things that were trying to, that were preventing it. I think it's not just things. I think it's people. I think it was this whole corrupt group. This cult could be government, could be official, but their time has come, and collective's time has also come. And what they found is that collective is inevitably always about the truth. And this is what ultimately brings people together, right? Is like the truth, right? Even in any type of religious text anywhere, right? The truth. It's really about the truth, right? The truth shall set you free. Um, yeah. And it's like for some of you guys, you knew this collective. This is you. This is your energy. You're like, mm-hmm. Many of you guys are gonna, you're like entering an era where you're about to like, you're almost like rubbing it in. You're like, oh yeah, this is my cake and I'm gonna eat it too. And I brought these people to eat this cake with me. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're rubbing it in my face." And it's just like, oh, I'm treating you like the bitch and they shit where they shouldn't and rubbing your face in it. Oh, you don't like that when it happens to you? That's crazy. I was just giving you the same, like, I thought that you did it because we were homies. And so I thought that was just how we stay homies is by doing the same shit to you, putting the same shit, smearing the same shit in your face, putting your nose in it like you did try to do to mine. And this is a collective. You guys are gonna be literally like, look at this look at this. It's like the whole energy of this is like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like they knew. They already knew this shit was coming. You already knew, right? You guys knew this. Yeah. You knew this. You've literally been waiting. All these people that have been holding back, pretending that they're hiding something, that there's something secret, like you already been knowing. You already been collecting, seeing, hearing. You've been receiving physical signs, signals. You know, collective. Yeah, you know. You know. You're just literally like waiting. What is this? What is this holding on to this 4 coins? Yeah. It's like you're just literally like, let's say, for instance, this King of Wands, right? You're holding on to letting this, well, for some of you guys, you're holding out for something that's more passionate, that has more depth, okay? For others, whoever this in and out king energy was, okay, this King of Wands, it's like you that was actually like blocking this union, right? Because the truth is coming out. What is the truth? Something has been hidden, right? Someone's been holding on to something that didn't belong to them. The King of Wands, voila. Okay. And the Queen of Cups is like, yeah, you thought you were fooling me, but I already knew this. And I was literally just like, it's like she just gave him enough rope to hang himself with, right? He could have like pulled himself out of the, and so you were like, all right, yeah, yeah, yeah. But you knew, you caught on, like you knew immediately, collective. It's like a physical thing. And you said no. Many of you guys could have known this person was working with your family, could have been working with maybe brothers, sisters, children, cousins, aunts, uncles. I don't know. Take this as it resonates. Okay. This is the 10 of Cups. This is somebody, this is literally family energy. Okay. And you guys, it's like you're still holding on to this. You're still holding on. Like as I was shuffling, this came out like 3 different times. So you guys are still holding on to this beautiful, like birthing this new family energy, right? And this is what's going on. You guys are about to start this new family. And these other people aren't going to be involved, and they know that. And they're pissed because justice is coming into play. They're pissed. I think this could be like several people. Maybe this is your ex, maybe this is some people that you used to work with before, and this is also like your family. And there's a serious legal situation that's going on. There's so many major arcana here. There's a decision that's being made. There's a decision, well, there's a decision that needs to be made. They don't want you to abandon them. They don't want that. They want you to reach out, or they want you to save them, or they want you to do something. They want you to make the right decision, be the bigger person, be the kind person, don't be the evil person. It's like, well, y'all have been doing evil shit. You made deals with the devil to try to unalive and to take things that belong to collective for all this time, and now you want collective to feel bad. You want you want sympathy and empathy when you never gave it. You want someone, you're demanding someone gives you something that you never gave them or provided them when you were their provider, their protector. You took their home, you took their stability, you took everything. And now you have the fucking audacity to say, well, can you not make that decision? I think the jury and the judge and everybody is going to be making that decision real quick. Temperance energy. Um, you know, something is going to get sorted out. See the temperance. This is really about this balancing, this alchemizing this energy. It's like justice is coming back around, right? It doesn't matter. Like the water doesn't have to pour down. It will come right back up into your cup. It doesn't matter. Well, you try to dump your karmic debt, try to dump your bullshit on collective when collective has done nothing but love and love and love and forgive and forgive and forgive. But collective never forgot. And they're not letting you guys come back. They're not, don't let these people back in, whoever they are. Let them sit, let them cry. They made their bed, they can lie in it. They dug their grave, they can fucking lie in it. Let them. Just like like what's coming through so strongly, you guys, is literally these people were waiting for your downfall. They were waiting for you to break down. They were waiting. They were literally playing a sick game, wanting you to hurt yourself or to off yourself, to be in this level of despair and pain and agony and feeling alone and abandoned and unloved and all this. They've been waiting. They literally created this whole fucking plan to put you in that stage. So don't you dare fucking feel bad for a minute. Don't you dare fucking feel bad. Don't fucking take, don't even make an offering of love. Don't. Don't even fucking talk to them. Do not. Don't. Stay in your peace. Stay in your space of meditation. Don't worry about all these other fucking third parties or this fake fucking cup of love because they're gonna try. They're gonna try. Stay focused on this. Okay? They want to get something still tied into you. It's like they still think that they can potentially finish you off. They don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to fucking try every last ditch effort because they're out of solutions, and they think the only way is going to be to send somebody back to make an offering of love to try to get you in a relationship so they can finish the job. I mean, it's not going to happen, the death in reverse, right? They want to come back in. It's like someone wants to come back in, reoffer this cup of love. Like, it's not over. It's not over. There's nobody else. I only want to be with you. Fucking some Hootie and Blowfish shit, bro. No. No. No, they don't. They only want to take from you. They only want to keep you in mental torture or construct. Whoever this other person is, these other people are, that did all this terrible shit to you, they do not give a fuck. They made a deal with the devil. They're attached. They have sex demons or something else attached. They need to get you in this love or lust state, in this sadness about love or in lust for them or in some type of intimate sexual act, something like this. Okay, this is what they're going for, and they're trying to fuck up your destiny, but it's not going to happen because you guys see it coming. It's like your guides direct you every time to make the move, to remove yourself, to so you can come into this proper union. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because the truth shall set you free. Because the truth shall set you free. So let's figure out what this what is this Emperor and this Wheel of Fortune? What's going on over here? So it's almost like it's balancing things out, right? Like whatever all these other people prevented you from getting, whatever they took from you, whatever they it's like it's just coming back. It's just coming back around. Ciao, Heidi. Grand Rising from the Big Apple. The well. Yeah, these people, now for some of you guys, if you're light warriors, star seeds, indigos, whatever, if you're in this space, many of you guys are like the well. They have been using you, these governments, these deletes, these whatever, these higher ups. We're siphoning your energy. We're using your energy. We're using your inspiration. We're using your thoughts, your creativity, whatever it was. They were tapping into you like they do the earth, like they suck oil from the earth, only they've been tapping into your well, right? They've been emptying your well like they do with the fucking data centers, taking all the water. It's like that's kind of the energy what I'm picking up on. They have been for an extended amount of time, but now something happened and they're not allowed to. It's because this partnership is it's divinely protected, right? This is like the caduceus, right? So this is like healing. This is healing. This is healing from being alone, from going through things alone all the time, from having to be strong, from having to do everything on your own, but also from being devoted, from being on your own and being like self-sufficient or just keeping to push through, push through, push through. It's like, oh, you're so strong. It's like, no, I have no other option, right? And you guys have just been, you've been doing it, but like many of you guys, it's like you've also been alone. Like maybe you're not dating, maybe you're doing celibacy, maybe you're just working with the land, right? Maybe you're just, but you're happy. You're like you're at peace. You're connected. And because of all of the things that have been taken and taken and taken, because of all of these swords, because of all of these lies, because of all of this deception, because of all of the shitty partners, the shitty love, the fake fucking love, and unions and all of this stuff, because of all of this, because of all of these relentless attacks and lies and falsities, because of all these atrocities that have been, that you have suffered through, collective, because of this, you're getting this union. You're getting this new start. This is old news. It's like this is what they're balancing out. It's like what I pick up on is like they're counting, like the team, the council, the council, the group, the angels. Okay, the angels and the ancestors. Okay, um, and the oversouls. Okay, not the council. Different. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, fucking okay. So the angels, your archangels, right? Your and your ancestors. They're tallying up. They're pulling out all the swords, all the knives, all the stops. They're tallying up um, every atrocity against you. It's like I'm hearing this thing like every time a bell rings, a fairy gets its wings. But what I'm feeling, which is interesting, is like an explanation of something a little bit different, which is like every time like a fairy, right? Like a fae or like an earth angel, like a light being, like a chosen one, right? It's like every time an earth angel cries, like every time you hurt or make an earth angel cry, like it's gonna come back to you like 100 times, like 10 fucking swords in your back. And you're not gonna see it. And it's gonna be disguised as something else. Like whatever these people did to the earth angel to keep trying to attack you guys, to try to take you out, to try to block this union. Okay. All of this shit, essentially, they're tallying it up. It's like, imagine, imagine somebody does a lot of fucked up shit, right? Like, imagine they steal your identity. Imagine they poison you. Imagine they create a bullshit stories about you. They slander you. They lie on you. Uh, Perjury, forgery, identity theft, sexual assault, sex trafficking, drugging, raping. Like, let's say there's a whole fucking list, right? That these fucktards did. Okay, mind my language, but that's basically like what I'm picking up here, right? There's a lot. They've been doing the most, okay, and with ill intention. And it's like, imagine there's a whole list and they go in front of a judge or something. They're in front of a court and they're like, what the fuck do we do? Like they literally have like 20, 30 charges listed, right? Ding 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 ding. Like how do we charge them? What is the what is the proper punishment? What is the proper sentencing or something like that is kind of what I'm picking up. And they're like, well, actually, it's so vast, we actually have to start breaking it down. Like, let's say, let's say someone's like in trouble for like, oh, they like ran a traffic light and, like there's like a few minor offenses. This is like pages. This is like pages and pages. This is like years of these swords in the back, years of this abuse. This is like months, weeks, years, okay? That they have this information of all of these people doing all of these things, of all of the prevention of this union from coming into play. I'm picking up like probably like 7 years, maybe more, but like 7 years solid. Okay. 7 to 10 years solid. And so it's like it's not like what I'm picking up on is like this isn't a normal case. This isn't a normal union. This isn't a normal connection. Like this is the love. Like this is the love and the union that literally changes the entire world, right? This is literally what births the new era, the new earth, the new world. This is the union. This is literally what the entire universe has been waiting for. It's just these fucking some of these dark overlords and these personal like very dense people, humans, right? These hater ass humans, your karmic friends or family or whoever, right? Um, Haterade, they'd be drinking Haterade. They have been on it for an extended amount of time, and these cults or covens, these organizations, literally have been sucking the well dry. Right? Divine Feminine is like the well. They've been poisoning the woman. They've been doing all of this, keeping her like degrading, keeping her under this falsification of this patriarchal rule. Right? And like it's changing. What's interesting here is the world is the ending and the beginning, right? You see the four guardians here? The four guardians are also here with fate. You see this? Ding, 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 ding. So this is, it's like divine timing, right? This is like the cycle of time, right? Now we're in this energy of like the Mayan reset, like where we're reseeding, we're doing all of this stuff, right? And so yeah, that's basically what's going on. These people, it's like it's not a normal case that they're having to add up what they're going to do, because this isn't just on a physical level that these people are going to be punished, right? This is also like spiritual court. This is spiritual justice. This is universal justice at this point, right? And the reason why all of these higher level beings and entities are stepping in is because the atrocities that are happening on this fucking planet right now, and before these people fucking end the world, they have to fucking step in and start player one in this shit, because people ain't looking too good. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they tried all that. Yeah, for sure. Clock it. Yeah. You found your husband's list of what was wrong with you. That's so fucked up. Like, why? Like, if you're gonna go to the effort of making a list, like, I just want to say, if you're gonna go to the effort of making a list, like, at least have the fucking ball sack to, like, present it. At least have the ball sack to talk about, like, hey, why don't we create a list, that way we know how to like talk about or to manage things. Like, we're not children anymore. We have more than enough education, and there's more than ample free availability for people to learn how to communicate nowadays. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Sending you big love, Heidi. um all of that plus more with the postal service, cops, courts, communication, in on this conspiracy. Yeah, of course. That's basically what's going on. There's a lot of people that are hiding. A lot of people in on this. Okay, a lot. A lot of people have physical have have been doing physical things to do this. A lot of people have been trying to do emotional or like spell work or other shit like this. But yeah, I picked up on a lot before, and then others are trying to give fake love. And it's not just about someone like being a fake lover, it's also like they're doing things like in a manipulative manner. Like, for instance, let's say you do something that's really amazing, and like nobody notices it, and then like hours later or the next day you see like some dumb kid, some dumb bitch, right, whatever, something like this, and they're doing the same thing, and it's like they're getting all this praise and all this attention, and it's like, that they fucking stole that shit from you, but you're just like, all right, whatever. So every time the collective has just taken the sword, seen the mask, and walked away, right? You guys have just literally been like, all right, whatever, like on to the next, because you can keep creating, because you guys technically are the well, right? You guys are like this well energy. And so because you can create infinite, as long as there's not people fucking succubusing it for you from you. Um, yeah. And that's kind of what it is you cut off all these third parties. You cut off all these people that were taking too long, that weren't showing up, that were saying, oh, I'm on my way, oh, I'm gonna be there, but they never came through. Like, you're done. You're like, bro, no, I'm creating something new, and either you're helping me to birth it, or you're hindering the birthing of it, right? The Empress in reverse. A lot of these people were just really jealous. They didn't want you to be able to create something in your own. And it's like, so as they're tallying it up, it's almost like they're wasting the time of whoever these people are that fucked you over. And these people are stressing out. They're knowing like something's coming for them, someone's coming for them. And it's like literally, it's like universal karma, right? Because they did that to collective. They fucking stressed you out. They made you paranoid. They had you being hunted like an animal. They had, like they were invading every bit of your privacy, everything. Like, it's coming back to them, but like 10 to 100 fold, and they're experiencing it, and it's not good. And it's because they literally wasted your time, collective, especially for the divine feminine collective. They tried to waste time to prevent you from being able to birth new things, maybe create art, but also to birth children physically, right? They're trying to block this. They're trying to fuck this up. Like, this is very strong. They do not want, yeah, look, they don't want that to happen. They don't want you to be able to birth new ideas, new families, new whatever. This is their, they literally, it's like the, and that's why you got to be real about like no half-ass love offers, no bullshit. Like, people are either fucking all in or all out, bro. Like, there is no middle ground. Yeah. the temperance in reverse. There's no middle ground. Like either there's chemistry and there's alchemy, you know, or you're not going anywhere. That's it. And if there's not chemistry or alchemy, then like you're out of there. Also, you know, yeah, you're like, no, only am I dealing with people that are giving me what I give. For many of you guys, you may be at the play at the yeah, this hangman space like where I'm at, where I'm just like, you know what? No, I'm not even bothering. Like, if people fucking see me and they want to talk to me, they can come and talk to me. Like, I will literally talk to like anybody in almost any fucking language they come to me and ask me and or whatever. Like, cool. But other than that, like, I have like I don't want to make buddies with people. I don't want to make friends. Like people are fucking exhausting, bro. Like send me a fucking CV of why you want to work with me. Like what your intentions are with me. Like that's where I'm at. Like what's your plan? What do you want to do with me? Like I don't need like your 5-year fucking plan, but I need to know like what is your goal? Because um what is your goal? What is your goal? Something like this. I'm hearing the song in my head. Sorry. Um, but yeah, it's like, do you know? And if you don't know, like if your goal is like just to be happy and if, like whatever, like do you fucking know what you want before you come in or try to like get somebody else to be active in your life or to be active in somebody else's life? Like, do you have the capacity for it? You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's really what it breaks down to. Hey everybody, afternoon believe. Hello. Thank you. My blue moon nails, they're so good, right? So anyways, yeah, where you guys were maybe like waiting for something before, you're like whatever, you know, like you guys are not waiting. You guys are like, listen, it's coming in for me. You guys already know. You guys are creating this. You guys are receiving some type of generational wealth. This, again, can be a will. This can be money that was left to you from your family, maybe from your grandmother or mother or something like this. Okay? Maternal or paternal, maybe your grandmother, grandfather, maybe your mother and father. I don't really know. You're going to know what it is. Take it as it resonates. But there is something that is coming for you. And it's because you have done the work, right? It's like they don't want to give it to you. They're having big fucking fights about it. Whoever's been holding on to this that it doesn't belong to because they hope that you wouldn't fucking figure it out, that you wouldn't wake up, that you just have this missed opportunity that you wouldn't even notice, that you wouldn't even know. Now they're all fighting about it. They're fighting about it because they think that it belongs to them because they've been collecting it since you were fucking small. Because they made that active decision. They made that choice to say, no, 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 we're taking care of this person. Now, these people could have done this, like some type of a power of attorney, some type of, they said something. They've been saying something against you or filing some type of paperwork or some type of information since you were small, collective. And unbeknownst to you, and now they're having a big fight over it because they feel like they're losing their opportunity, like you're ruining their opportunities for them, like you don't really need them, you don't really deserve them. It's like these people are so demonic in nature, they're so out of balance that they really believe that. And this is strong Capricorn energy, right? If you look down here, this dude is fucking crying. He's like, fuck, I did something wrong. But they're not taking this accountability. They're fighting each other instead. For many of you guys, these people could literally be, yeah, they're going to be turning each other in. It's like they've all been protecting. There's literally like 7 of them or more that have been creating these problems, creating these lies, like protecting this bullshit, right? Not taking accountability for these lies, for these secrets, for all this hidden cover up. This is action. The swords are action. This isn't just lies and secrets. This is a lot of action. This was a lot of thinking, a lot of energy that went into it, right? Um, but they didn't cover all edges. They thought that they did because they just assumed that you would be dead by now, collective. This is some type of cult or coven. This is some type of witch or warlock energy. They were hoping that you would be dead by now. Look at the artist in reverse and then death upright. Whatever you're creating, okay, whether this is with your words, with your songs, with your art, whatever it is, these people actually tried to lie and say that something that you created was theirs and that you try to steal it from them. And now they're sick and dying. For many of them, they can be sick and dying. For others, they tried to off you. And now all of your, yeah, they were doing some type of spell work, some type of magic spell work. They were trying to off you this fucking, this wands, this Queen of Wands, this Jezebel spirit energy, and now they're being haunted. Everything they try to do to you is now coming back to them. They're being haunted. They can't sleep. They can't think. They're just like, they've lost their love. They're now losing this. They don't, because they don't have the same strength as you do, collective. You guys are in tune. You guys, honestly, you said you told everybody, I am committed. This is my commitment. I'm fully committed. My strength is to channeling, is to receiving these messages, is being devoted to the most high, right? Being devoted. This is devotion. This is devotion to spirit, to source, to higher, to the most high, right? It's like, because I knew regardless of all the shit that God said, everything that God said, everything that God done, everything, whatever, you guys kept your strength. You kept devoted and you kept saying or doing or sharing whatever needed to be happen. And these people now are being made fun of because before they were trying to act like you were heartless. They were trying to act like they were the victim and you were so fucking heartless. You didn't even fucking care. These people can be sick. They can be really mentally disturbed. They're going through some weird shit because they lied. And so many of them actually tried to claim something that was yours, and the truth is now coming out, and they're fucking embarrassed. Oh, they're hell of embarrassed. They're hell of embarrassed because the truth is coming out. And where they tried to say that you stole something from them, like, they're dead, bro. Like, they could be sick. They could be sick in bed with something really bad, literally dying. But also, it's like they committed like social, this is like social suicide. Like, people see they're not the artist, they didn't create it, and they were getting so much praise. They were getting so much praise for doing all of this, for claiming that it was theirs, for saying that they put in all the work. And then as collective, as you guys started to speak, as you guys started to speak right, as you guys started to share messages or share your story, or as other people started to stand up on your behalf and share, like it's like collective. It's like let's say like um there's like rigorous like I don't know why they're telling me this could be prevalent to somebody, but let's say for like the FBI or the CIA, right, they have to do rigorous background checks. They have to ask all these different people that you know what kind of person you are, what kind of character you are, if they think you might fucking kill somebody, you know, do you hurt children, do you fucking kick dogs, like do what kind of person are you, like are you a fucking psychopath or what, right? This is the kind of energy that I'm getting. And it's like, as they spoke to more people, all they saw was your strength and your devotion to your truth, collective. They saw that you were devoted to always bringing justice and truth above all, that you couldn't be bought out, that there's nothing they could do to get you to lie, to hurt other people, to betray other people, to steal somebody else's art or ideas without asking them. They couldn't do it. And so now everybody sees that they're a lazy, thieving piece of shit. Or this is like groups. This is like a whole group of people. Okay. And like literally 7 or more people. Okay. And so now what they're seeing now could be like 13 people, something like this. They're showing me the number of deaths. Let's put 13 people. Okay. Um, somebody was assigned to each different lunar cycle. Oh, you guys are sick fucks, huh? So anyways, um, They tried to make it so you weren't making art, so you weren't sharing art, or also so they could just end you and they could just collect your art, claim your art, steal it outright. That's why they've been blocking. That's why they've been blocking me for fucking 4 years to release all of my stuff. That's why they keep fucking destroying my devices every time I do a photo shoot when I'm gonna launch. My website has already been done since 2022, but there's no fucking content, right? You guys may have experienced something like that, like people stole your art, people are now reproducing your art, whatever. Now the world is seeing, the world stage is actually seeing that these people are copying you. Now, for many of you guys, this can be also even on another level. Like, let's say, for instance, you read cards or you do something. Let's say you do meditations or you do some type of instruction or you want to do a course, right? This is something in spirituality, right? You're super strong with this. And these people could be like, for instance, let's say they're doing tarot, right? Let's just say motherfuckers be out here copying me. They're using me showing the cards or my thing and using their voice or changing the voice, or they're using the audio and they're changing the face of the picture or whatever, right? Like this is the type of shit, right? This is it. And they're seeing that these people are literally have no, so it's like they're asking them like, what were you inspired by? Like, what did you what made you want to do this, right? Like let's say my all of a sudden my ex wants to start making men's bamboo underwear, even though I had to fucking work on them for 4 fucking years to perfect them. Then he fucking stole that shit and all of a sudden started a company, even though he could never invest $500 for me to fucking launch like have like several of them made to launch them. No, 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 no. But he can start a whole fucking business, a whole fucking company, a whole new visas, Kitas, every fucking thing, and go and launch them, right? And they're like, oh, well, what inspired you? And he's trying to talk about that shit, right? But like, it's all bullshit because it was never his. Because he was not the artist, he was not the fucking creator of that shit. And they're starting to see all these people, the world, and it's like this person just keeps going and going and going, and they keep digging themselves deeper, deeper and deeper and deeper because they don't realize that everybody else has already seen like plagiarism, has already seen that they stole that art, that they stole that idea, that they stole that design, that they stole that concept, that they stole it, that that was never their idea, that they didn't receive the message, that they don't even have any gestation of it or anything else similar to it. And they're seeing where the actual source is coming from. And that's you, collective, your strength and your devotion. They're seeing it. The whole world. Because the whole world loves it when you don't get down, da, 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 da. And the whole world loves it when you make that sound. Da, da. Shout out to Outcast, all my Outcasts out there. Let me see. What are you guys saying? You guys saying a bunch of stuff. Sorry guys, hold on. Some people don't have the best intentions. Yeah, that's true. We got lots of clowns. Yes, thanking the Most High. Yes. Green heart. Yes. 7 or more for sure. Yeah. Your name. If you need a personal reading, you need to schedule. The information is in the information box below. I only really like don't send me whole paragraphs about your whole fucking story, bro. You're taking up everybody else's time. That's rude. If you need a personal question or private question answered that isn't for the whole group, please, please, the information's in the information box below. This is a collective reading, not a collective. I'm answering everybody's fucking questions. Like, who? What is your name? Davika, what do you do for work? And let's say whatever you do for work, how much do you make per hour? How much do you make per hour for something that you do for your skill field? Now, can I please come in and to your work and get a service from you for free that you pay for out of your pocket while there's fucking 100 other people, 66 other people sitting here waiting that are being respectful of the whole group waiting for the service, I'm gonna walk right in front of them and I'm gonna tell my whole story in the middle of everything that's going on for everybody else because I'm a fucking Karen and I don't give a fuck. And I think that you owe me. No, no. Do you like to work for free? Who in here likes to work for free? For nothing? Who in here likes to take demands? Who in here likes to be distracted by people that are so self-absorbed that all they care about is their own fucking question and you're not even part of this whole collective conversation? You can try the $5 reading raffle if you would like. I'm giving away 5 25-minute sessions with me so you can ask personal questions like that. But I'm not here for your disposal. I'm here for people that are part of a collective. My fam, my creative fam bam, my soul fam, my creative creatures. I need people to be part of the conversation, not make it about themselves. Thank you very much. I'm speaking the truth, some real confirmation. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying, right? Like every time you try to ask somebody, "Oh, can you do this for me for free?" Just think for a minute. How much do you think is fair for you to make an hour? Like when I make beautiful handmade coats and all this stuff, right? And people are like, "Oh, well, don't you think that's a little bit too much?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, let's break it down. I spent 50 hours fucking making it. Like, let's just talk about this. I spent 50 hours, 30 to 50 hours making it, right? How much do you want to make? What is your base minimum you want to get paid per hour, right? Let's say that's $15 or $20. That's low end, right? Whatever. I'm talking about American prices here, right? This is where I was selling a lot of my things. So $20, $15 times 30 hours means how much? And then they're like, "Oh shit." And I'm like, "Yeah." And then there's my time, there's my design, there's my cutting, there's my sewing, there's me making the pattern, there's there's the fact that this is one of one, there's no more of these. This is handmade. And then there's the cost of the fucking material. So when you ask somebody that is out working, doing their job, already giving their time for free, consider that. For some reason, this is something that somebody needs to hear. I don't really know who, but this is a reality. Maybe it's just each one of us, right? Like it's a good reminder for me. Like I don't need to answer everybody's questions. You have a personal question, you can enter the $5 reading raffle, or you can go to my Instagram and message me and schedule for a personal or private reading, right? I think that a lot of us, as we're stepping into these different avenues, like what we're going to see is that the jobs that we're creating are going to be different. A lot of the chosen ones and stuff like this, we're having new callings that are that haven't been seen before, right? So we're doing different things. We're going to have a lot more people that are helping people with nutrition, a lot more people that are helping people with trauma healing, a lot more people that are helping people whatever, healing, energy work, different things like this, tuning in deeper to their intuition, different things like this, right? And as we're doing that, and as we're collectively doing this, a lot of our trades, our work trades and our jobs and things like this are going to start to change. And so I guess this is like a public service announcement, not just to you guys, but to myself, right? Make sure that you're charging for your energy. Energy is expensive, bro. My time and my energy, I can never get back. I already give out like 3 hours plus a day. That's just human time. That's just linear time construct. That doesn't talk about energetic drain. It doesn't talk about how much I have to prepare and meditate and do all the stuff prior, right? Cleansing, clearing, researching, like downloading, channeling, So like, yeah, it's a reality, but this is my job. This is one of my many jobs that I do. So I wouldn't, unless I had something to exchange or give you, any of you, or unless I was really fucking struggling, wouldn't come into anybody else's work and ask them to give their service for free to me without first saying some respect and asking kindly. That's just, let's be more human, people. Let's be more fucking human, because there is people out here that are receiving confirmations. Now, this was a confirmation for somebody for sure. I mean, definitely it's a confirmation for me, right? Like my guides get fucking sassy sometimes. Um, my guides get sassy. Um, we don't own, you don't own, you don't owe them, owe, not own, owe them nothing. They are the ones that are crazy. You don't need them. Yeah, exactly. We don't, bro, like I'm comfortable in my crazy. I don't need to take on other people's level of fucking crazy. You got to pay me for that. If you want me to do that, you got to pay me for that. Like I stopped letting people, like when I used to do tarot and stuff at events and stuff like this, I really stopped doing it. And I stopped letting people, like if they were too drunk or intoxicated or inebriated and they'd be like, you need to do me right now, like do my fucking tarot, do read my future. Absolutely not, because I don't want to wrestle, like I don't want to deal with your demons that you're fucking still, that you've numbed yourself to not deal with. Come correct. If this is something you want to fix and it's important to you in your life, then come correct. Then treat it like it's a business move or an opportunity. If you're saying it's for your business, then what the fuck? You're asking for more money for your business, but like asking me for a favor for what I make money from in my business, like that's kind of fucking hypocritical, no? I'm already out here giving. So maybe try a thank you, Davika, whoever you are. The gratitude, yeah. Yeah. Thanks for confirming what you've waited to hear. Yes. Oh, it's lagging. Is that what Karen means? Yes. Karen, let me see. Is it still lagging? Thank you, Davika. It's going a little bit slow. It's okay. Um, yes. Karen is the one that's like, let me speak to your manager. I'm going to complain about everything because I want something for free because I know I can get it for free, even though I'm a fucking bitch. Even though I'm probably have money and investors and all this stuff. And I'm asking someone that's out here doing work, giving their work and their time and their energy for free to receive more clients and energetic exchanges to come back. And you know what? I'm going to go to somebody that's already given something. I'm going to ask them to give more because I'm that entitled. Karen is like an entitled person, literally. It's like Karen and Steve. That's why I laugh. I think I got to change Steve's name. I'm just going to call him Steve. But like, yeah, that's kind of like what it is. It's someone that comes in expecting entitlement, and so yeah, now there's 29 people because people don't like to hear shit. That's what I'm fucking saying. Oh my goddess. That's what I'm saying. Meanwhile, you're begging people to get a reading from you, even dropping your prices so people can see how accurate it leads. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm doing a $5 reading raffle for 25-minute for 25-minute readings, 25-minute sessions with me. That's literally like $200 for like a 25-minute session with me almost, right? Like you can try your luck at a $5 raffle to see if you win. And it's like once there's 25 people, like you got a pretty good fucking chance for $5. Like I'm just saying $5. And if you have a question like that that's about finances or something else, you can drop it when you follow the instructions and you send the $5 or the €5 to my PayPal. You can ask a question that I will answer live, separate from if you win the 25-minute session. Then you get a personal question that's just me and you. But when you If anybody sends me $5 and has an actual question they want me to address or something they want me to sit and meditate on and answer, like, boom, follow the $5 reading raffle. That is how you get your question answered live. But please don't interrupt the channeling for everybody, because literally there was like 60 or 70 people, and like you just want to throw me off. I mean, I guess I just let myself get thrown off. But this is important, you know? This is important, apparently, for a lot of us chosen ones to know, like, it's okay to charge. Like, for me, I'm like, when I started doing tarot, I was like, I'm never going to charge people, because I always thought it was bullshit how much people charged, right? I was like, what is this about? Like, blah, 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 blah. But fast forward like 15, 17 years, right? I'm just like, no, you know what? Actually, like, everybody's making money on this, and people be sending fucking super thanks for people that made their own cards that are just making shit up off of watching other readers. So, like, no. The same as I'm like, no, if people want to see my art, they can pay me to fucking take it out of storage and open it up and show it. They can pay for my photo shoots to happen, and they can see it on the fucking website like it should have been done 4 fucking years ago, before these people destroy my devices and my bike and fucking, run me out of places and shit. Like, no, bro. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, I've had enough fucking swords stuck in my heart. Like, don't ask for personal fucking gain. Not here. Schedule a personal or private reading. When you think of money, you think about resources and connections to enable you to make a bigger positive karmic impact. That's your truth. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying, okay, I give enough to receive energetically. We're in an abundant universe, right? There's plenty to go around. But does that mean I owe somebody else or you owe somebody else? Does that mean because you're a fucking veterinarian and someone fed their cat a chicken and they're choking on a bone that it's your job to fix it for free? Like, I don't think so. I think that's a personal choice, right? It's your choice how you're spending your energy. Now, some of us, yes, of course, we give and we give and we give. But the point of this whole reading is that the universe has said, you've given enough, collective. You have given and given and given. Now people can fucking pay you for your wisdom. And you're about to get new jobs, new people that aren't asking you to give something before you've received something. This is what's changing. Now you're going to be receiving. You're not going to have to give until you've already received. You're going to get that 100% up front. You're going to get that 50% up front. It's like everything is changing because because you value your time. If you don't value your time, then nobody else fucking values your time, right? You create your value and you let people uphold it. That's where I'm at. You need a wife so you can have a daughter. Okay. What is that, Jasmine? Is that you? You're funny. I think everybody could use a wife so they could fucking make something of themselves while someone else did all the bullshit work, right? Yeah, copycats for sure, for sure. Snow bunny, I'm not sure. I used to be a jungle bunny a long time ago, but not ever a snow bunny. You guys are from Playboy. You definitely have the wrong person. And if you guys have some type of weird fucking footage of me, whoever this is, Corey, yeah, that would be great. Let me know. Go send me an Instagram or an email. Karens, they were drinking from an avalanche coming down a mountain. Who is this? The gratitude. I was like, what? Normally this is Steve, but I was like, this is too new of a song for you, Steve. Oh, there you are, Steve, right behind that. Yeah. The images it shows, yeah, the fucking butthole surfers, right? The gratitude, that's hilarious. If they can do it, you can too, of course. First fruits, principle. Exactly. Schrodinger's cat. Yeah. Oh my God. There are people who wanted to harm you because you wanted to sell your service and they want you to have it for free. Oh my God. Yeah, of course, Anna. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's like people trying to wheel and deal. It's like I can understand, like you're buying if you're buying some piece of fucking cheap reproduced clothing, but you're buying something that someone produced one of one. If you were to buy that as a painting, like because I make functional art, right? If someone was to buy that as a painting, then they could fucking make copies of it, reproduce it, and still sell them. Still even make a limited edition and still sell them for a lot. I have friends that are amazing artists, right? And they do this, and I'm like, but I can't just remake. Like mine is like that's a vintage material. That's made out of something else that was upcycled. That do you know like so the reality is when people are like, well, can you give me a better price? I'm just like, do you want layaway, bro? Like, like I can collect payments and when you're paid in full, like I'll hold it for you. Like I've done that before and then people only pay fucking like 25% or whatever. But I'm just like, yeah, but if you, I used to do this on custom orders. That way, if you make a custom order, you have to pay 50% non-refundable up front because it's covering basically the cost of just the fucking supplies and me to take the time to make a pattern and go find the materials and the supplies for you. That's before I start putting in actual fucking time making the piece. And yeah, some people would just be like, oh, well, I don't really want to pay. I don't want to pay the rest and blah, 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 and this and that. And I'll be like, cool, then you can have this thing. And they're just like, but, let me get my money. I'm like, nah, I already bought, like, but it took me years to fucking learn that lesson, right? It took me years. So we have to understand um, that everything is kind of a learning lesson until we get to this balanced state, right? And if you're lacking something, then it's because you need more. I need more. I need more. I need more. Like for me, of course, it would be great. That's why I put my. That's why I put that shit out to Elon yesterday. What's up? What's up, Mr. Musk? Where's that funneling at? You're gonna need some help if you want to stay on this planet. You want to stay in this universe and not be obliterated. You're gonna need to pick some earth angels to re-facilitate your extra wealth. So, anyways, we out here waiting. We out here, well, we got plans. We got plans. We can help you. We can help you with all the extra money that you don't need as one person to have anymore. Don't you worry. But the reality is when we say, instead of saying, you are very abundant, I am open to receiving some of that extra abundance to refacilitate it, to make other people and other situations more abundant for the whole planet and the whole. See, when we stop doing the I, me, mine, and we start saying, I can be of service to help channel and decide where the funds need to go, what we can save, what we can fix, what we can heal, blah, 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 right? That's me saying I'm in service to the collective and to the divine as a conduit to say, how can we help everybody be better? Not, I want to make my business and I'm doing this for myself and I already have these investors and I got money, but I want more. Like, fuck you and everybody else. Welcome to the fucking hellscape that we have collectively created. So when you drop the lack, and stay in this abundant state, then we'll fucking end that lack and fear and scarcity cycle. When you stop being a psycho needing to run a monopoly, and when you stop being fucking selfish and greedy, right? When this old world and old bullshit ends because I need to make more money. No. The reason why I made all my art is to make sustainable solutions for the fucking world. Not so I can make money. I could have fucking sold this shit to 100 different people by now, even one piece, and let them mass produce it for fucking 10 or 15 years now. I could have been fucking rich 100 times over by now. But where is the soul? If all you care about is making money or getting the attention for what the fuck you did, then your intent and your heart is not in it. That is your ego operating it. What are you doing in service before you're asking for something? Huh? God, so fuck. Yes, you are right. Only the city's only tone. How can you help someone else if you can't help yourself? Focus on growth, raise your frequency, become undeniable. Let your energy speak for itself. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. People are like, well, if you just did this and if you did, I'm like, I don't really give a fuck what you think that I did or didn't do. Because honestly, the last 3 years, I had to grow half of my foot back. My whole body was broken from fucking head to toe. And I spent 1 year of the last 3 years in bed, not being able to sit, stand, walk, crawl, and learning how to redo all of that stuff, including my own language and others. So, everything is in its divine timing. Everything is in its right timing, but it's about, are you willing? Like, are you willing to go the distance? Are you willing to stand behind something that strong that you're like, nah, this is my fucking dream and nobody's taking this dream. Like, nobody can take your dream for you. Dream your dream as big as you want. This is like the most beautiful thing someone ever told me. No one can ever take your dream because that's your dream. And if you let someone take your dream from you, then you're the one that has failed. You're the bad person, not them, because you let them take your dream. No one can take your dream. That's your dream. People can take ideas, they can take fractions of it, right? Fractals of it, but they can't take the whole thing. Your dream is still your dream unless you decide to give it to somebody else or sell it to somebody else. That's your dream. No one can take it from you. It exists within your being, your heart. If you can see it and believe it, then you can achieve it. These are actual, real words of manifestation. This is real. Neville Goddard, I think, right? He had this whole, if you guys have never checked him out and you want to do some cool stuff on how to manifest, Neville Goddard, this is how I learned. And I started manifesting all kinds of stuff. Boats, vehicles, fucking all kinds of stuff. No joke. But it has to be something that not just if you think it and believe it, you have to believe it, right? The reason why you're experiencing lack is because you don't believe that you're worthy. So there's something imbalance within you. For me, I've just been under attack, and there's been a lot of bullshit people that have been consistently doing this since forever, since I was small. But I'm not using that as an excuse. I still sit here in devotion every day. I still come live every day. I'm still devoted to the path of the divine. I'm still saying, okay, guys, okay, angels, is the place going to be done? What's going on? Okay. Oh no, there's something that's going to come. Like, I was literally starved for weeks. And I'm just like, what's going on? Like, what? Like, and they're just like, listen, are you going to be in that fear and that lack? Or are you going to be in that receptive mode? Because you can't be in both, which means you can't hyper focus on what you don't have. You need to hyper focus on what it feels like to have already received it. That's the best I can help you. That's the best I can help you with that. For an artist, it's easy to learn to create. It looks so easy, but it costed a lot, and many time and talent are most cost the many. It's simple. Service reciprocity. Yeah. To be honest, for me, like, I put myself through fashion school. I went to 3 different art colleges, bro. Like, that shit, like, nobody fucking paid for that shit for me. I worked 3 or 4 jobs to pay for my gas to do it. I didn't have a fucking co-signer on that shit. Do you understand? So when people say, well, you do it so fast, I do it so fast because I've been doing it for fucking over 30 years, bro. That's why. Since before I even talked to people, all I used to say was no. Fuck off. Like, I used to do that. I used to flip people off and say no. Didn't like to talk to people, liked to make stuff, liked to cut and sew and bake. My mom used to have fits because my grandparents would let me. I would push this little step stool and be cooking fucking pasta on the stove with fire, and the things are in the very back of the stove, and I'd be carrying the water from the sink and put it like above my head to put it up to the stove, and then pushing the high chair over to sit like since I was 3, bro. Like sewing stuff. My first costume, like, was me needing to be this butterfly. And I had this really, like, this very particular vision. And this was me 3 turning 4. And I fought my mother about, oh, well, you can choose one of these fabrics, one of these colors. And I was like, no, I need all 3 of these colors because this is a butterfly. And the butterfly is not like, it was a whole thing, a whole thing. So literally, my life's work and energy, and many other artists that have been doing it for literally decades or their lifetime, like, if you're going to pay for something, like, pay for that. Stop paying for your fucking Starbucks coffee or your fucking subscription to some bullshit, bro. Like, give to others in order to receive. This is about shining a light. This is about illuminating what needs to come into balance. And this is the reality, right? The creators, the makers, the ones that are actually creating, right? This feminine energy that are actually creating, that are, God is a woman, you guys. Source creation itself, like womb, the man that came from the womb, which means the woman came first, far superior. So I don't give a fuck what people are doing. It has nothing to do with me. Um, we all have the potential. You're setting this bar so fucking high. That's what I'm saying. Dream big, bro. Like, why? People are like, why do you think, like, why are you always trying to whatever? I'm like, why not, bro? Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, your likeliness of landing on a star, hitting a star along the way, sparkle, sparkle. Like, what do you have to lose? If you started with a no and you do something or you say something or you ask something and it still comes back as a no, you lost nothing. It's called your balls. Men's bodies, they hang outside. Women's, they're up inside. They're ovaries, okay? It's the same shit. Up or down, it's the ability to stand up for what it is that you believe, what it is that you want. It's that authenticity. It's literally bringing light to the thing that brings you happiness, that brings you joy. And the thing is like, people aren't in tune enough with the people that are actually creating. Like, this is such a huge thing that happens out here all the time. People are like, oh, well, I used to be a designer out here like 10 years ago or 5 years ago, but I need some people that can make the patterns and that can do this. And it's like, you're not a designer. You took somebody else's picture and now you want someone else to make that shit for you, and you're going to reproduce someone else's shit, and you didn't even have the audacity to buy their fucking clothes or whatever it was before you stole their shit. Shame on you. Go fuck yourself. At least buy the fucking thing before you steal it. Like, literally, respect. Like, I honestly, like, I want to create like a fucking sewer and designers union out here so people can't come and do that anymore. So they're paying for the fucking pattern. They're paying for the time. They're paying for the cut. They're paying for the sew. And they're paying for the thing to be investigated to make sure it's not copyrighted, it's not trademarked, and where they're fucking getting it from. Straight up, bro, because that's art. That is theft. It's fucking theft, right? Setting boundaries is right. Don't let anyone convince you that you don't have the right to do it. Exactly. Your nephews are already feeling the pressure. You will accept nothing less than greatness from them. You don't care. Yeah, I mean, it's important, It's like an antenna. You have to be in the position to receive the programming. You have to be open to it. Literally. Like, if you're not receiving something, it's because you're not in the right frequency. And literally, like, all I had to do was actually ask my friend, and I was like, listen, I really fucking need some help, right? I asked so many different people, and I was just like, I asked my one friend, And I was like, listen, I don't know who else to ask. I don't know what else to do. And I really didn't want to ask you because I know that you had some crazy shit happen a couple 2 years ago or something. And like I know you got put out a lot of money, but I don't really know like what to do. And I just told him straight up, I was like, listen, here's the reality. As long as I'm in this survival mode, I can't think straight for the next thing to happen, for the next thing to come in, for the next blah, blah, blah. I have to be able to keep my nervous system regulated and myself rested and not in hypervigilance and not in survival mode. And I was like, you know me, right? And yeah, and this individual is also Scorpio with strong Scorpio placement. So you already know, he's like, oh, okay, I know. Like if a Scorpio gives their word, like that is better than gold. And so I was just like, like just if I could just borrow like a couple $100 for like just like a few months, like just give me a few, whatever. And literally it was like a week or 2 weeks after just having enough, like he even sent me extra. He was like, "That's enough for your bills. Like, are you good? Like, do you need more for yourself?" And I was like, "Actually, I do, but I've been systematically denied my whole life, so asking for things is really complicated for me somehow. And even when I do ask, I'm fucking denied from most people because they're like, ah, you're good. You don't need help. You never need help. Like, great. That means so if I'm asking, I probably fucking do. But whatever, whatever." And so, anyways, it was just taking all of that extra weight off that was like allowed me. And then I was like, oh, wait, this, and then that, and then this, and then that, and then the next thing, and then the money, and then this. And then people started donating, people started joining the raffle. Do you understand? Because I just took myself out of that fear and lack and scarcity and survival mode. And I went straight into I don't give a fuck. I'm going to sleep for a week straight. If that's what my nervous system wants to feel better, then that's what it gets. And that's what we're doing is we're moving out of this space of everything to make money. This is still old patriarchal systems. Like I unfollowed some chick today on Instagram. And I thought the other day, like maybe last week or something, when I started following this girl, I guess she's a lady, a woman, right? She has gray hair. But um I thought when I started following her, like I checked like multiple of her videos and thought, okay, like her content's good. What she has to say is decent, blah, 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 blah. And then today I was scrolling and I got so fucking pissed off because all these people I've been saying matriarchy, right? Matriarchy meow, right? This is my movement. I started from when the divine feminine really started fucking waking up last year. Well, actually, I've been talking about this for years, but really I put it out in the public and it became a fucking landslide, like the Niagara Falls of like wake up time for everybody. And they're like, wait, everybody started being like, actually, what is matriarchy? What's going on? So, anyways, the thing is it's not the matriarchy is not inverse to the patriarchy, number one. Okay. It's just a system that is based on children, nature, home, right? People having food, shelter, like medicine, whatever, right? Care. And then the males being the protection, right? And so, anyways, this woman was like, I figured out, I came up with it. We're going to get 300 fucking women, okay? 300 women, and each month we're going to pay $111. And then we're going to take this money and we're going to start to, after a while, we're going to get a global audience. Everybody's going to start pitching in. And then we're going to make it so when someone else can afford, like, I'm like, bro, you're fucking pyramid ass Ponzi scheme bullshit of your fucking fake women's group where you guys are collecting money and doing this shit, doing spell work and ritual shit. That's what that shit is. Bullshit. Ritual, spell work, satanic, Luciferian fucking shit. Because you're using the money. Now, not to be sounding all Bible or anything, right? But let's just get real for a second, okay? Some shit that was listed in this text is valid, right? Many things can be valid. Many things can be great stories or great information can be valid. For instance, don't rule false idols. I was thinking about this, right? Because someone was like, "Oh, uh, you're an icon. You're an icon," and all I could see was like the all-seeing eye, and then the word con, right? My etymology and etymology, because I love to research, it just breaks shit down, and so I'm just like icon. Wow, it's like the all-seeing eye is conning, right? And then I was like, oh, idol, like a false idol, and then I started thinking, oh, oh, American Idol, oh, this and that. So it's like, boom. So we're literally worshiping all these false idols, which is money, right? Money, sports, famous people, whatever actors, politicians, race, whatever, right? We're worshiping all of these weird fucking things. So we're here, we're worshiping false idols. We're being led astray. And I was like, wow, wow, even the words of how things are actually breaking down is kind of intense. And I was like, you know what? An idol is bad. An icon is bad, right? There's so many different words. It's like, you don't want to be, like, I guess we could be leaders. Not everyone is going to be a leader, right? But it's really about the words even that we're using. Like, it's crazy. When I started thinking about it, I was like, whoa, there's so much of it that's just imprinted into this patriarchal system. And that's why it's got to change. So, anyways, I got really pissed because I was like, listen, the way that it works is like this, right? The way systems have to go back to is back to basics. And the way that the matriarchal system is going to come into play, just to make it clear, is the land has to be returned to the indigenous people. The indigenous people are the only ones that are going to be able to bring us back into matriarchal society and rule. Why, you guys might ask? Why? Because they're the only ones that understand the biodiversity and how to work with the land and the animals in cohesive in nature. They're the only ones that are still practicing this ancient animism and stuff like this. This is what they do here. The Hindus here in Bali. It's like ancient animism. It's Hindu, but it's like animism, right? So it's like we're understanding that nature, that everything is alive, that everything has a soul, everything is a source, and that we have to be that source creation itself is birthing and reproducing itself from this nature, from this land. We're in this feminine reproduction space of all of these other things. And so, how do we become in one with nature? It's not by saying, if you want to help bring the matriarchy, then everybody needs to start paying money. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. If I remembered your name, I will fucking shout it out right now, but you know who you are. You know who you are. And I unfollowed this bitch's ass because I was just like, she's literally trying to she's using this to try to assert a pyramid Ponzi ass scheme on people that want to actually bring women together. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity like a fucking cis little demon to, to suck some money off of some people to get rich quick. Fuck you, bitch. What do you have to offer that doesn't require people to fucking put something up front? Because people have different skills. And that's what we're waking up to, is everybody has different skills. And all these people that are going to be asking for money, and I don't mean asking for money for their work, for their energy, for their art. That's not what I mean. People that are asking for money for fucking courses and fucking classes and fucking retreat. Like, no. That's bullshit. To be part of a coven or a blah, 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 blah. No. Let's look back to every fucking religious institution that ever existed. How do they fund their shit? Oh, by donations? You don't say. What? What do you mean? That you mean that some people, because they make more money, donate more? Because they have the capacity out of the goodwill of their own heart? Yes. because you can't sign somebody on to a new system and say you can be part of the system if you pay $111 per month to be in a matriarchal society because I'm a fucking lazy cunt and I want to make money off of other people. What the fuck is wrong with you bitches? People, anybody that's trying to make money off of this instead of create communities and societies, fuck you, you're demonic in nature. You're trying to fucking come up on people's pain and suffering, which is demonic in nature. Straight up, demonic in nature. So, trading, bartering, for instance, someone may not have the capacity to pay for a session with me, but maybe there's something else. Maybe they're like, listen, I make this art, or listen, I do this type of thing, or maybe they do fucking technology stuff, right? Maybe they have another phone for me or something else that I need. But if we don't start working towards those type of solutions, then we're going to make everything, we're staying in this patriarchal capitalistic society where everything costs money when literally it's here. Everything was on this earth for free before we fucking got here. So stop your capitalizing on other people's fucking suffering for what is base needed. We need sanctuaries. We need places where abused women and children or men, whatever, it doesn't matter, where people that were sexually assaulted, that were abused, that are refugees, whatever, have a safe place to go. Every human deserves food, water, shelter, safety, care, compassion. If you are hurting or attacking or taking or stealing or trying to monopolize on other people, you are demonic in nature. I give out my time every day. And with the time that I give out, I say reciprocate by liking, by subscribing, by dropping some comments to help the algorithm. If you want a question, you want to join a raffle, $5 fucking, bro. I guarantee you guys pay that for a coffee or a drink. Like, this is the type of shit. I'm not asking people to pay for my shit. I'm saying, hey, energetic exchange. This is a good way for people to get a $200 value for $5 fucking. I'm, like this other person said here, giving it away. And like, why should I have to lower my rate to get more people to know? And that's why I'm saying I'm not doing, nope. I do what I want to do. This fucking cat came back. Listen. Cat came back to get all fucking crazy. So let me go back here. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at this other device because it's so small. My eyes are so sensitive to this light, especially at night, guys. Sorry. Um uh your nephew's antenna. You're in the wrong position, you receive a gray string, flow like running water, and everything flows to you. Exactly. It's a frequency. It's a frequency. It's a resonance. Like if you just keep, if all you care about is making money, right? Like this is like one of the major reasons why I literally like got so turned off, like was like over and done with my ex for like much longer than it took till I actually got him to fucking leave our house. But it was because he cared more consistently about making money. And I'm just like, but you're running around doing dumb things that are risking our safety, risking our life, risking our well being, when literally I have everything we need to be producing. Like, all you have to do is support me. I don't want to be your bitch, your helper, bitch boy. How you doing now? You in your own place? You got a place where you can make your art? You got a place where you can make your music? You got people that listen to you every day? I bet you don't, bitch. I bet you fucking don't. I bet you ain't feeling too good. And that's what you fucking get. That's karma. Karma's not a bitch. Karma is a witch. So watch out which choice you fucking choose. Because witches love cake. Everything is frequency. Survival mode is a lower frequency. Frequency doesn't align. Manifestation is few and far between. You're absolutely right. The cities, you're tight. I don't know where you're from, the cities, but like, what's up? We could chat. We could chat. Raise your frequency high enough to enter creator mode. Frequency aligns. Flow state manifestation is very fast with good intentions. Yes, that's the point. If your intentions is to make money off of other people or to come up on other people, like, oh, this is an easy come up and I can get everybody to sign on right now. Like I normally don't care in that shit. I normally don't fucking shit in other people's fucking comments, and I normally don't do that. But like if my guides are like, you got to say something now, I'm like, all right. I was like, really, you want me to? And they're like, say it. And I'm like, okay, bro, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. And they're like, unfollow her. And I was like, do I have to? Do I do it? And I'm like, okay, bro. Okay. They're like, you need to let that person know that this isn't that like you need to let all these other people know that if you're following them, then people are like, oh, well, this person follows them, so I should support them. No, unfollow, bitch. Unfollow the people that are shitty people. Don't just follow them or don't just keep them as a follower to keep your fucking like literally. Whoever was on here last night, we were talking about this, and I was like, you got to just remove those people. Well, I don't want to be in exile. Like, bro, you're keeping yourself in a hellscape, living in exile by people that are attacking you, that don't want you to be there, and you need their attention, and that your ego needs their justification more than you're like willing to create space for new people that actually support what you're doing. Your choices. We all have fucking choices. Imagine this. We as individuals have our own car consciousness, but we're all part of a collective consciousness. Now imagine someone with an extremely high frequency manifesting awakening. Same with prosperity. Facts. Yeah. Um, in the collective, it's all about intentions, ripple effect. Last all it's already happening. Yeah, that's my point. And that's why, and this is exactly why the guides are like being like, no, you gotta fucking tell, you gotta say something, right? Because your words have clout somehow for people. So say it. Make the fucking comment on her thing and say, no, this is pyramid patriarchal bullshit. And anybody who believes it should be ashamed of themselves. Matriarchy was not based on monetary anything. It was more pagan than it was fucking capitalistic. So fuck you, bitch. I'm sorry, but like not sorry. This dumb bitch trying to fucking go viral and get famous off of my fucking shit that's trying to really help the world when you're out there trying to help yourself. I hope the ancestors actually go to you and fucking give it to you. Spread them fucking cheeks, bitch, because you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Because you're trying to fucking make money when we're trying to create a collective consciousness. We're trying to create a ripple effect. We're not trying to make more money, bro. We're trying to gain more peace and more freedom and more unity. Coming in unity does not cost money. Peace doesn't cost money. Love doesn't cost money. It's a frequency, it's a resonance, it's a state of being. It is something that you're omitting. And when you're doing it from a place of love, from a heart-centered space, then you don't need to be collecting all the fucking money. Now, also, don't be scared, right? Like, money is okay. Like, it took me a lot of years to be okay. Like, I was like, fuck money, because a lot of the patriarchy has programmed that money is the root of all evil, because they want people to spend all the money, right? They want people to feel guilty for making money. And it's not about that. It's about, are you living above your means? Like, are you like for me, right? Like I could go somewhere else. It's not about that. It's about, oh, okay, but I know that if I leave my shit here, that I can actually like once a week go get a room 2 days somewhere else at a really nice place and get to stay at different places, get to have a different type of experience, right? It's a matter of how we choose, like perception and projection and perspective is like 9/10 of universal law. So how are we seeing it? If all you can see is how do I get more money, then you're already on the wrong side of history. Already. I need to get more money for my business. I, me, mine. That's not a collective consciousness. That's self-serving. And even if you guys understand anything about this, what is it? The the Book of One or whatever, right? Like the when the channeler was channeling Ra, the Ra collective. Anyways, it's the law of one, the law of one. So basically, what it is either you're in service, in full service to self, which is like to connect to source, or you're in service to others, to the collective. But you cannot be both at once, right? So that's what it is. And right now, we're moving out of the me and into the we. But in order for us to do that, each one of us first has to individually get good with ourselves. And when we are in alignment with ourselves, then we're starting to magnetically attract the right people, the right conversations, the right whatever it is that we need. But we have to stop being so human in nature, but also be human in nature and be open to understanding that things may be coming in different ways than we expected. We got to drop the expectations, right? Like, that's why I'm just like, okay, all right. You know, when people are like, well, are you this? Are you that? Are you this? Are you that? Like today, I look like a little boy, right? Really, it's because I'm already washed my face and I'm really sensitive to this fucking light. It's really sensitive for my eyes. And like when I went and run out, like I also like to put on my cap and look like a boy with my little camo jacket and all this shit, right? Because I don't want people to know, like I've been on the down low. You know why I've had peace for the last 3 or 4 months? Because nobody knows where the fuck I am, bro. I'm in the cuts. And I just be going out like this, like boom, boom. Nobody knows, right? It's just like that. So, because what type of energy or attention, right? Like when I go out here, it's like I'm in village state. So I don't want to, like, I don't want to be like that Marie Antoinette, especially after I bleached my hair again, right? I don't want to be like that where they're just like, oh, this bitch, you know, like they look already like at my nose ring because it's gold and my nails, right? And many of them just like automatically try to charge me more because my skin is fucking lighter. And then when I start speaking to them in their own language, and they realize, some of them realize that even though I'm not super good at their language, I may actually know more words or be able to communicate more words or better than some of them because they're coming from small villages. And so it's funny, right? Like in smaller areas and villages and stuff like this, everybody's like, your Bahasa is so good. And I'm just like, I don't think it's so good, but like I can communicate, right? Because I deal a lot at the markets and stuff, at the wet markets, right? Because I like to make food and then like also with all the materials and stuff. So a lot of the words and things that I have learned are based on the things that I do, not everything. So when it starts to get more complex, I'm like, wait, I don't know the words for this. I never had a conversation about this. This is a new thing, but when I'm in smaller towns and different places like this, or I'm just talking like to older people, they all tell me, wow, your Bahasa is so fucking good. Now, if I go to a bigger city or people that are like from Jakarta or whatever, they're like, and they fucking talk down on me, and I can understand what they're saying, but I'm just like, what? I play, I give them back the energy of how they think that I am. And that's why it's interesting because people will be like, why do you keep going? Like they laugh at me. Some people laugh at me because I go to this one spot where this couple is and they make food. And I go there literally like 4 or 5 nights a week. Why? Not because I cannot make it myself. Well, actually, I don't have a pan to fry, like a stove or a pan to fry, but I could bake it. I've baked all the same shit before. But it's because they're so happy. They're this cute little couple, and this lady, she's pregnant, and they're just the cutest couple, and they're so happy, and they don't gouge me extra price because I'm fucking light skinned, because I came in there and I sat and I was patient and I spoke their language and they were like really impressed. They're like, wow, you came here, you were patient, you're slow, you're not in a rush, you're not like normal fucking Westerner people. Yeah, okay, cool. So they treat me with respect. They give me the local price. They don't fucking try to charge me more. every time I come. Some of these places, they do that. The local store over here, first it was 1,000 more, and then another 1,000, and then I was like, bro, like it says on the thing where you sell the ice cream like 3,000, and now like when I first came in here, I was paying 3,000, and it was 3,500, and now it's 4, and now you're trying to tell me 5. I was like, go look over there because I'm definitely not paying you 5. I'm not paying you more than 4 because you've already raised it 3 times on me. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, like bro, like just because I'm white, which is hella funny, right? Because when I came from a place that was more white, I always got pulled over and fucked with and called an inner because I have super curly hair and dark skin normally. I've just been inside for months, so I'm hella pale skin now. But basically, it's funny because I went from one extreme to the other, and I'm just like, I'm always the fucking minority. And it's funny because actually sometimes I'm the same color, like I'm similar color brown, or sometimes darker than some of them, and they're still like, "Oh, you're white," and I'm just like, "What?" I have to tell them sometimes, "You're whiter than me, actually, so I'm gonna charge you extra." They get a laugh out of it, you know. You gotta play with it, but the reality of the situation is, um, it's just about this awareness. And that's why I'm just like, they're going to try to charge extra for this or extra for that. And that's why I'm just like, whatever, I'll just take the time, right? Because I told the guy, okay, I'll be here only for like another week or two. I can pay you per day or for 2 weeks or whatever. And then he tried to tell me, right, that it was going to be 2.5 times the amount that I had already been paying for the past 3 or 4 months per week. And I was like, excuse me? Like if I came here and I was just renting it for 1 week or for per week at a time when it's a month rental place, like I could understand you charging me 2.5 times the amount per week. But after 4 months, like what? Fuck you, like I mean I assumed that they did it just to try to get the whole month's rent or whatever, but I was just like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Literally, like at this point, there's bigger fish to fry, right? There's bigger fish to fry, and you got to figure out what deserves your time and effort and energy to go into it versus what is draining your time and effort and energy. And that's why I was just like, but I can move all of my stuff. And then I'm like, oh, but they're not done over there. So it's just going to sit there wrapped up and they're still fucking painting. And I don't really want all my shit over there. So whatever, right? Like, and yeah, I could be at a nicer place with a bathtub right now as another middle spot. But like, that, what? Move everything and then move it. Like, time, energy, effort, like, cut your fucking losses sometimes and figure out what needs your time and effort and energy before you start in action, before you get into that Aries mode. Sit, talk to the moon, talk to your guides, and be like, let me shine some light and see what is good and what is not. Like, let me make a pros versus cons list. No offense, Heidi, but kind of like you were talking before, your husband made a whole fucking list or whatever, right? Make a list and like make a list of like your job, make a list of the things that maybe you eat, maybe like where you live or whatever, like people that you hang out with, like pros and cons, bro. Because if the cons far outweigh the pros, then it's not really reciprocal in nature. And what you set in motion, like that which you allow is that which will continue. So what you set in motion doesn't doesn't continue, right? Like tonight I just went around the corner to this little store, to this little liquor store, and this guy sits out front and he makes this thing called martabak. They take this whatever, like a dough, and they fry it, and then they put like eggs and vegetables and shit in it, and sometimes meat, and then they fold the shit up and they fry it, and it's like this crispy little thing. Anyways, I never get it from this place. Like I got it there once, but I couldn't remember. I was just like, I didn't like this guy tried to charge me extra, right? Because like normally they put meats and cheese and all kinds of shit in it, and they charge you extra depending on how much shit you're having in it. But for me, I don't eat any of the meat. Like I literally just eat like the eggs and the vegetables, which is like green onions or whatever, like something. And like the first time I went there, I was reminded tonight why I never go to this guy and why I fucking drive 15 minutes up the road to this other kid that makes it fucking fire for me. Look at that at 111. because it's like the one time the guy tried to upsell it. He tried to sell it to me for 40K when it should have been 20 or 25. And then they changed the price, right? Of course, they changed the price and it was 30. And then tonight I gave him a 50 and it was supposed to be 30 and he gave me 10 back. And I was like, excuse me, after I sat there speaking Indonesian to him this whole time, excuse me, how much was this? And he was like, oh, well, it was this much. And I was like, for 3 eggs, it's 10,000 per egg, which actually an egg is only 1 or 2,000 per each. So they're already raping hella, but whatever. I was just like, it's 10K per egg. And it should include all of the other things. And he was like, oh, well, how much did I give you? I was like, you just gave me 10K. You didn't know that? And he was like, oh, my bad. Can I have it back? And I was like, can I have my change first? So he gives me the 20 and he's like, oh, I just didn't notice. Like, no, you were just hoping that I didn't notice. So fuck you. Because again, parasitic, demonic in nature, because you're hoping that someone doesn't notice so you can fucking come up on them. That's wrong. That's wrong. It doesn't matter how you shake it. It's wrong. And if all you care about is making that money, then figure out it easier. There's like so many ways to make money, bro. Like for me, I'm just like, all right, I'll start selling pictures of my feet or something, bro. Like I never done that, but like there's plenty of ways for people to be fucking making money nowadays to where you don't have to be stealing or thieving or conning like people for money. Like what? Just don't be fabricating and creating shit. And sure as fuck don't be working off of the sadness and the traumatization of the collective to do so. Fuck you, you fucking fucks. Fuck you. I saw someone try to take a lot of the stuff that I was saying and create a course. Actually, this bitch did and create a course. And I was posting like some of her stuff, but then I was like, oh, for sure it's AI generated. And then I realized she came out here to Bali and she created a whole course off of everything I've been saying, and then like AI prompts to do whatever. And she's doing a retreat about like something that I said. I'm creating a course for this, but I'm not doing a retreat. Like my shit is a reset. Like for people to come out and do something here with me, which I would like to facilitate. I would like to do it in a group container, not in large amount of people, because once we start doing that and when they do stuff like that, this is cult or covenant work. They're using groups of people, just like large sports games and concerts and all this shit. They're using large groups of people to siphon the life force energy to do their work to get their money. That's how they're getting their money. So, anyways, it's not something that I'm interested in. I'm interested in creating something, even potentially to it being like to every time people come out, like maybe we're creating a big community and we're buying a piece of land together, and everything that people donate doesn't just go to the garden that we're growing the food at, but it goes to building the buildings, it goes to the maintenance, it goes to, and over time, let's say, for instance, there's maybe 30 people or 100 people, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? And we have this whole thing. Now we have a whole commune and different people can come. They can come out and work and skill trade and do all this stuff at different times. But instead of one person pocketing the money for fucking charging everybody 2 to 5 thousand fucking dollars a head, $2 to $10,000 a head, when it costs literally hundreds of dollars, not that much. Like I don't find that fair unless there's some type of transparency to where it's going back in to a community collective. That's you being selfish fuck. There's no other way to shake it. But for people to sit with me, they would need to do at least 30 days. You'd have to donate a month, if not 3, if you really want to do a full nervous system set, a cleansing, a this, a that, like get everything fully in alignment. Like you're going to need like a minimum of 60 days, maybe 90 days. But the shortest amount of time that I would let somebody be is 30 days. Why? Because it takes 5 to 7 days just for your body and your nervous system to start to regulate after you get on a plane or you go to a new environment. Boom. Thing one. time zones, everything else. 5 to 7 days. It's literally. So the first week is acclimation for your own body because your body cannot receive information and it definitely cannot fucking integrate information in a week's fucking time. When it takes that long for your body to settle itself down from being in a new environment. But also, you cannot heal in environments where you are consistently harmed, right? That's why I'm like a master at healing because I'm just like, okay, I got to heal. I got to leave this area and go somewhere new. Because I was running away from my healing because I had to reset myself. There's a difference between people running away and trying to numb shit and actually people going somewhere else because they're devoted, you know? It's the yin and the yang, like, but yeah, the balance is coming out and you know, the reality is when the love of money and power outweighs what is the saying? When the love of money and power outweighs something like this, then the power of money and whatever, I don't know. Something about when the love of money and power outweighs whatever, right? Then the power of love will overcome. I don't know. You guys probably know the fucking thing. But anyways, um basically like that's the gist, right, guys? So we got to stop oh, the cat. You know what's funny is the cat has been gone all fucking day until I started fucking going off on that shit. What I felt when I tried to do this, because I tried to do this and I went and I touched the cat and I did different things. And he's got like one fucked up eye or something. And so now I'm actually wondering if the cat, I think that they did some weird bl- blood ritual, animal blood ritual, which I'm verification, right? They did something to these animals that are in my vicinity, literally, because when I first came here, this cat used to just chill all the time, like with all of these dogs and stuff. And now all the dogs are going ape shit. Like literally every time I drive up, it's called a gang, like the little alley or the little street. But every time I drive up and down, like from the front to the back, like all the way down to where I live, every time I go up, like these dogs go fucking psycho. Like it's just been happening for a couple weeks now. And like it was never like that before. Like they would, okay, yeah, they barked. Okay. But now they're straight up like following me like down the fucking road. Like let's say like 5 to 8 blocks, like fucking trying to bite, like they started ripping my pants and shit, like trying to fucking go at me. And I'm like, what? What? So I don't know. I've done the cleansing spells, I've done the clearing spells, and the fucked up thing is where like 2 or 3 of the dogs go is at the priest's house, right? So I live next to all these different priests and all these different stuff, but like the oldest priest that's like in the fucking little area here, like he's the one that has these crazy fucking dogs. And I'm like, what's going on? So but there is weird and not to talk shit, but there is weird Japanese people, the people that I kicked out from the dog that used to go ape shit, that shit in front of my door and stuff, all this crazy shit that fucking destroyed my shoes and attacked my cat and just was destroying everything here. Like we're like, you can't have the dog. Well, that bitch went, they built some little fucking shack over here, and the dog is still relentless. Like, I hear the dog like almost every day, relentless. And I've seen it down the street. Anyways, they're doing some job, like some weird magic shit. And so I feel like someone came here. They came here like last week or something like this, a week or 2 weeks ago or something like this, 2 weeks ago. And they had this baby, and I remember feeling like this baby was fucking crying, and I was like, is somebody moving into this room, like that they moved out of that room or what? Like, because they just disappeared one day with the fucking dog. And they're here with this baby, and this baby was crying, this baby was crying, and they're like, I was like, I should tell them how to make the baby stop crying. They're like, do not go over there, like, don't do it. And then I was picking up on this weird thing today that they were using, like that they use that baby, that wasn't their baby, because the baby was crying, like the baby was crying like it was fucking starving, like it was like it like there was something really wrong, like it wasn't just like, oh, I need to fart or be burped, like, or I'm tired, like it there was something wrong. And then they like went inside, and then the baby's cry kind of got more muffled, but then it was like no more crying, like it went like, and I was like, I don't know, the whole thing was fucking weird. So they're doing some blood animal ritual sacrifice. I don't even want to get into it, but like the people that initially put the weird fucking black magic on me, like this bitch was um from West Java, which is the island next door, and they do weird type of fucking weird spells and magic shit. So the thing is here's the deal. If they do that, so for instance, let's say they do some dark type of fucking blood sacrifice, whatever, and then for instance, they fucking kill something, right? Blood, and then they feed it to all of the fucking animals. It's like do you understand? What's interesting is as I'm saying it all, do you hear the cat like at all? So, anyways, that's basically the gist of it. Is these animals, just like people, have been trapped in the zombie apocalypse. That's kind of the energy that I picked up on, that they sacrificed something and they gave it, they fed it and the blood and whatever to these animals. And that's why these animal, like even the ladies and stuff are like, why are they doing this to you? And I was like, I don't know. They're like, you've literally been here for months and these dogs like never even did this before. And I was like, I don't know. It's only one thing I can think of. Um, so yeah, I'm not really sure. But what I've been meaning to do, what I've been meaning to do is go over to the monk who the monk is like priest. They're like a really high level priest out here. I want to actually go to the Monku. I've been wanting to, but every time I go over there, the dogs start going ape shit, and I have to fucking like speed out for them not to fucking bite me and attack me. It's crazy. Um, but I've been meaning to go to the Monku to do like a cleansing ceremony, like just to pay him to do what's called a malakot. They do like a priest cleansing or ceremony because I've really been feeling that, but like maybe I just need to go to a different one. I don't know. I just wanted to do it like because I'm in the vicinity. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure there'll be some pretty interesting cleansing experiences because tomorrow or today now it's about to be 2 a.m. here. Um, Today is when the ceremony starts, and they already actually were doing crazy ceremonies all night and fucking fireworks and everything. They're going crazy. Um, So yeah, they'll do it's like 10 to 13 days where they bring in all the gods and the ancestors and the ancient deities and la la la, and they welcome them and they commune with us here in this physical plane. So what I would guess, just by being smart in my spirituality and understanding how things work and the ancestors being here, what I would guess is what's going to happen is like all these energies are going to come down tomorrow, and these people, and this is kind of what it's saying, right? Is this higher level balance is literally coming into play. That's what this whole reading was about to start off with, anyways. It's like karmic justice, right? So all of these people that are going against the law of karma or the law of correspondence or the law of attraction or whatever, like anybody that's interfering in these dark, negative, sinister ways, right? I'm like interfering dark. When I start saying those things, look who comes back online. Oh, oh. So, anyways, he sounds like he was the cat of a whore because he always just sounds like he's getting fucked, but he's a boy cat, so I don't understand it. It's so weird. It fucking trips me out. But anyways, yeah, so I think that there will be some other stuff that's put into play on a higher note because I haven't been rude to anybody here and I just been respectful and I get dressed up in their ceremonial stuff and stuff for their ceremonies and their holidays and stuff like that so they know I'm not like being disrespectful. But yeah, I think that there's definitely something else. But they're gonna do a lot of different cleansing ceremonies and all this stuff as the time goes by in the next 10 days. So we're gonna see what happens because I have a feeling that that shit will be eradicated just because there's like three different priests where I live. Like, bro, I live with like the people. There's like the Petulon, the Banjar, then the police, right? The police are like the traffic cops, like the Petulon and the Banjar are like the old dudes who like monitor the village, right? They're like above the police. So, anyways, yeah, I live in this little fucking place, like around all these temples with all of like the heavy duty, like the priest and the Petulon and the Banjar, and they're all like in this vicinity. So, I know if I was evil to some nature, they would be doing some clearing shit on me. But I think that you know, I don't know. Maybe I can fucking throw a letter tied to a rock down the monku's driveway or something. I don't know. I don't know. But I have a feeling that the dogs and the cat will fucking chill. 100%. So shifting 3D positive to 4D positive, love and light unity. Yeah, fourth density is collective consciousness. This is heart-centered consciousness. So again, we're not dealing lying, stealing, cheating, coming up on somebody else. Like that doesn't exist in fourth density. It cannot. It cannot because there's telepathy. There's the ability to, if you hurt someone else, you're hurting yourself. It's just how it is, you know? To be harvestable, you have to be at least 51% STO. What is STO? Love, light, unity, or extremely rare 95% STS, service to self. Oh, you're talking about service to others, service to self. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So you already know. That's why I said we could talk, homie. We could talk. Um, you get respect in 100 sets. Rip Nipsey Hussle. Hey Cole, Tipsy Hustle, Tupac showed us that all evil demonic entities uses cognitive dissonance. Big love. Yeah, I kind of have an outfit. I just have this. I put on my jacket to show everybody how I hide like a boy actually when I go out so people don't know. Put on my hat. I go into hiding. Um Nipsey Hustle, not Tipsy Hustle. Another language do you speak about? Spanish. Um, I know, so I've been to Spanish speaking countries. I used to grow up going to Mexico and stuff like that, but everybody always used to call me basically inner. They used to call me a Nigglet, like a piglet, but with an N. They used to call me that, and then they used to call me like this what do you call it? Like a Mexican immigrant. So I was not because I was always so brown. Um, I didn't actually get super down on learning Spanish, right? Because everybody would always say that I was fucking Mexican. They're like, you're just fucking whitewashed Mexican or something like this, like, you know. And yeah, so I never got down, but like I do know enough. I do know enough to like I traveled through fucking Costa Rica, like I got on buses and planes and trains and you know, I can order food and figure out how to get places and stuff like that. Like I can understand a decent amount of Spanish, but I wouldn't say that I'm good at Spanish. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't list that as a language that I spoke. I studied definitely like three to 3 to 5 years of Italian. Um, and even after I got in the accident, I was still on that shit like every day. But it would probably take me it would probably take me a good like couple weeks, like 2 weeks to a month, to really be around people speaking Italian to really probably like reopen that. Then I speak English, sign language, and Bahasa Indonesia and Bahasa Bali, a little of both, and enough to communicate, negotiate, to get my bike fit, like to know things, and enough to communicate and get things that I need done where in villages where people don't speak English at all. So um yeah, but Spanish, no, but I should create a course, copy each equals plagiarism. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But people don't understand that. And here's the thing, this is what's coming around. This is the balance. This is where the light is being shown, right? It's like before people are walking away or before. Tell me why. Why? So I don't know. Maybe you're here, maybe you're not here. I don't really know. Anyways, here, if you're here, they love to do this. If you're new here, they love to. I can't end my video until it goes back online, otherwise it doesn't upload. So be patient. Wait a minute, because I will come right back on. Haters, 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 gonna hate. So, anyways, um, to answer, your question, create a course copy. Yeah, it's plagiarism, 100%. And that's what I'm saying is like these people, like they're literally, it's like, would you charge people to go to church to learn the truth? So I posted something today. It was a fucking great meme. It was a great meme. It was like patriarchy. Patriarchy isn't dead. It's just been branded into uh, self-help retreats, self-help courses, retreats, and spiritual bypassing. It's the new look of the patriarchy, and that's exactly what it is. I guess there's no better way I could have really broken it down than like what that meme said, right? Because we're bringing light to this, and the people that are still, you know, bless people's heart for still being like, well, we got to generate money. But the thing is what do we need to generate money for? I mean, yes, there's bills and shit that we got to pay, but like, we're still opting into that system. Like, no, I'm opting out of that system. Like, that's why I'm just like, actually, I don't really care. I will spend the least amount of money so I can save money and get into my real sanctuary. Because what's most important isn't all of this crazy shit. It's being in the right dimension and the right density and the right frequency and the right alignment to create this alchemy. Like that's really where it's at, right? And walking away from everything else. But before we start walking away or towards things, right? We let all of the light and all of the past information shine for what it is. Um, I didn't serve in the military. I mean, I pretty much did serve in the military. Both of my grandparents who raised me, like my parents, were actually Marines. Um, so no, but I live my life going to the military bases and doing all that. I had my bike down on the military base as a kid. Could have spent so much time down there because it was beachfront, bro, by the nuclear boobs. Um, Depends on if you work out and fast. You're right. So all of these are, again, do you fast? Do you do cyclical? Like everybody's different, right? Like women are not supposed to necessarily be working out, and fasting. Okay. We need oxytocin, not the cortisol. Males thrive on intensity and cortisol and ice baths and fucking fasting and working out and going hard. Like that's a masculine thing. Feminine needs to gestate, to rest, to create. She needs to be held. She needs to be seen. She needs to be heard. Oxytocin, which is what we get from being hugged for more than 20 or 30 seconds. Like this is what the happiness hormone that releases. We need like all of that all of the time. And that's why society is so fucked because it's so imbalanced in that nature to where women are having to be in the same workout, fight, da 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 da. You know, for me, I just do like, I literally almost do fasting every day. Like, I just realized, like, whatever, but it's my own form of like intermittent fasting. Um, and yeah, it's just about listening to your body and figuring out what works for your body. But yeah, physical movement and stuff like this is important, but at the same time, for me, I didn't need to do physical movement. That's not what I needed. My body needed to fucking rest. It didn't need to be worked out. Like, does it like, is working out good? Is having muscles good? Is having tone good? Yes. But if it's keeping your body in a state of hypervigilance and keeping your cortisol raised in order to do those things, then it's not what the body needs, at least female body. Masculine body thrives off of cortisol. So you guys need that. You guys need that workout. You guys have to get that thing going. The ice bath, the pump up, the fucking whatever. Like, you guys need that. We need the opposite. And that's the problem is everything that's been written up until this point is based on man and a lighter version of man, not women. All of medical science, everything else, everything, psychology, everything has been based on man and a lighter weight version of a man, not a woman. And all of biology, life itself, source itself, creation itself is feminine in nature. That is the problem. Um, I'm glad that you're here with me too, Anna, and you like hearing me. Thank you for telling me I'm smart. The cat, yeah, the cat is funny. When the power of love overcomes the love of power. Thank you. Thank you, Trinity. You get it. Then the world will know peace. And that's the point. Is like this is a premonition. This is a so control, money, power, to be subservient to that. Like, like I'm like, oh God, I've been listening to these fucking dudes, but they've been putting all these dumb commercials and shit. Like, and I know it's people that are putting it in here to fuck with my mind, right? Because I haven't lived in America. I've been in America for so long, so I don't get American commercials and shit like this. This is someone actually inputting it in my thing, but they're putting it out, oh, you gotta pay your taxes, blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, or what? Pay what taxes for making what money for doing what when your fucking people wouldn't even come to save me when they were poisoning me and I was being gang stalked and being killed and I was calling the embassy and fucking people from 10 different countries were calling the embassy and giving them my location and saying, you need to go over there. She's not good. The bike they attacked, they fucking destroyed the bike. The blah, blah, blah. She can't get anywhere. She doesn't have power. She doesn't have internet. She can't, and she's in the middle of the rice fields. Like, you guys need to go. You need to send somebody to go to get her. The embassy refused. The only thing they wanted to help me with is ask who I wanted to put on as an emergency contact for my death, who could receive my body in case of death. And I said, go fuck yourselves. Nobody. So, anyways, I wrote a dope song about it. Maybe I should drop the song, right? It's called American Rap. Woo! G. That's right. Because that's something you never hear, and that's what people don't realize it. Like, I actually started getting famous because people are like, who's this American refugee? What? Fuji style. Ooh la la la. Something like this, right? Mm, they do have time. They do from boredom, many things as the normal people. Yeah, of course. They're doing that against you because your beautiful light from within irritates their demons. And that's something I also posted. Also, like yesterday or today, I was just like, you know what? These people are pissed. Like, people that hate your light are only irritated, are only pissy because it's irritated or awoken their demons that they haven't dealt with. And that is my service, right? That is my services with the saint of death that is here, the reaper that helps me. You know, the demons, the shadow, the death, like the your, what do they call it? The skeletons in the closet, the shadow, right? I want to teach people about shadow dancing because it's not about that we have to fear that. Not all demons are evil. Our shadows are our demons. But do we understand them? Do we name them? Do we dress them up? Do we let them dance and play with us when it's appropriate? Or do we fucking keep them buried down until they fucking explode, bro? Like, you ever seen that movie with all the little things that are like the kids' different emotions? Like, that's what I feel like, like people need to get real. Like, express your emotions, re-go through them, refill them, process them like an adult that understands that processing your feelings and your emotions is important, even if it's shit that happened to you when you were a child or in the last lifetime. Like, you have to process that emotion, you have to make the space, and then once you make the space, then you can heal that. Everybody's healing whatever. Like, I saw people like, I came out here for a retreat for resetting my nervous system, but it was only a 5-day retreat. And I was like, it takes you 5 to 7 days for your nervous system to just understand and like conceptualize that you're in a new place, that you got on a plane, that you changed time zones, that you're in a different location for your body to adjust to the cyclical cycle of the nature of where you are. So how could you be doing a nervous system healing, reset, retreat in fucking 5 days time? Like, and the girl was like, so many people are like, bro, that's so true. Because nobody thinks about it. Everybody's like, oh, I like that. Oh, that's great. Yeah, nervous system. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, what you need to do is stop filling your calendar with shit. And you need to understand that it's about allowing yourself to be slow, not how many more people, how many more courses, how many more classes. Like, if you got it, if you actually received something out of that, then you would be chilling the fuck out. You wouldn't need to be filling more of your time with shit. You would be asking, who's going to breath work? Does anybody have a dope place in nature that they can recommend for me to go and meditate or write or whatever? Don't be trying to get to a party or to the next thing. Like, you didn't, you know? But this is what people do, right? They pay for their for their fake certification or for their whatever. They pay for the course that they say, I'm a yoga teacher trainer, or I'm a fucking healer practitioner. Bitch, you don't know the first thing about healing anybody because you never experienced anything shitty and your parents paid for everything you ever had in your life. So nice try. Collective, we're about to be victorious, okay? You guys, as soon as you walked away or in the process of really realizing what's coming, what's going to bring joy, what's going to bring victory, which is getting into this balance of things, and basically saying anybody who is not supporting, anybody who is not committed to supporting the commitment that you've made, whatever it is, if you choose to be a doctor, a lawyer, a fucking pet psychic, a tarot reader, an artist, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you choose to do, that you've dedicated your time and energy, that's what you're in your heart you feel. Not like the job that you work. Well, this is what I've always done. No. What is your soul want you to do? And what you've dedicated and put your energy to, anybody that isn't in resonation, anybody that isn't in support is going to be removed. Okay? It's going to be removed. And that's just what it is. Yeah, this is great news. Yeah, and all this stuff, all the shit that they were hiding, that they were lying, the secrets, all that is coming out. Oh, also, whoever this is, this again, this was a fake. This was someone. Okay, this was a group that had a front as a religious. That was all a lie. That was all a front. These are some fucking Bible thumpers, some fake Jesus freaks, and that truth is coming out, and these people are getting singled out. Oh, because they are all like this whole group of cons doing this Luciferian to try to take, because they're lazy. They're doing this love magic. They've been blocking. This whole group has been blocking actively, preventing collective, preventing your love from coming in, preventing you from receiving what you need. They've been holding on to something, or they've been cock blocking it, whatever it is. But the reality is, they're getting caught on a world stage. Like someone told on them. Someone thought about it for a long time, just like this, and decided, you know what? These aren't good people. And even though I was on their team for a long time, and even though they were paying me, and even though my ego was receiving this physical attention, this emotional security, they sat and they stared at that a long time. They stared at what they made, the money that they made, what they stole, what they took that didn't belong to them, the emotional and physical dysregulation, dissatisfaction, and they shined a light and they said, you know what? Someone decided to walk away from these people and turn them in and take one payout. This is someone that's like, fuck it. Tell us more about this Page of Pentacles and this Six Pentacles in reverse. Yep, the Emperor in reverse. So, whoever this one person is, okay, whoever this bird is that decided to sing, that stopped defending this patriarchal bullshit. They're like, I ain't defending this shit. I'm not defending the abusers. I'm not defending the thieves. I'm not defending the cons. I'm not defending the murderers. I'm not defending the rapists, megalomaniac, child eating weird fucking shit. Like whatever you guys are doing that you're saying is work, you didn't do the work for. You're taking other people's work. And this person sat for a long, hard time and they said, fuck this. They thought that they wanted to work with these people, and then they didn't realize how dark it got. They didn't realize what they were asking them to sign up for. And now that they realize what they've connected them to, because when they start working in a group like this, right, and they gang stalk and they do stuff like that, it's considered um what's the actual legal term? Uh um I don't know, but basically it's organized crime. They file into organized crime syndicate. It's considered like civil, um, not civil correspondent. I can't think of it. It doesn't even fucking matter. But the point is there's an actual term for it, like the legal term for it before it goes into organized crime, which means a crime syndicate because there's more than one person and they were acting. There's more than three people and they were acting and corresponding with each other on how to do these attacks. And they were taking payouts. They all had jobs. They were all getting paid. They were on the books from this organization that was sent to break down your defenses, to attack collective. And someone said, fuck this. They looked, for some of them, What I'm picking up and what I was picking up, yeah, today, these people were offered something, not just a payout. They were offered some type of new start. These people are going to reposition them or put them somewhere else. Fuck, I hope that's me. Make that me, bro. No, I'm just kidding. But also not. But anyways, these people, um, they got caught. They got caught with intellectual property or something like physical property that for sure belongs to collective. And there's no way that they can try to make excuses because everything they tried to set up didn't work out the way that they wanted it to work out. So it's like everything, them having whatever this was, whatever these physical things were, and this could be a bike, this could be clothes, this could be jewelry, this could be intellectual property, art, something like this. Whatever they have that is collectives, and it could be all of these things, right? The like a villa, a car, a bike, money, funding, a bunch of shit. Someone's art, someone's creative ideas, someone's intellectual property. Where this was found, there's no way that it could have gotten there unless they stole it. And they know that. They know they're fucked. They know they're fucked. And okay, tell me more. What I'm picking up on is that they went to test their strength. They went to test these people's strength. They've been trying to find the weakest link. Okay. And what they did is they finally found somebody who they said, okay, this is what's going on. And this person took the bait. They thought about it for a while. They gave him like an offer like that they couldn't refuse, and this person took the bait. For many of you guys, this could have come from someone that they care, someone that they're physically or intimate, maybe sexually connected to. So they share something. They share some type of passion, some type of business, some type of venture, physical, but on a deeper level. Okay. These people set them up. Whoever this was, someone they were close to, could have been someone they were fucking. They set them up for the money to collect. But the thing is again, they may get less time, they may get some type of protection, but the wheel of fortune, right? The karmic wheel will still come back around, right? They're selling someone else out to shorten their time, right? For me, I would never sell somebody else out. The reality is there's a lot of evidence and substantial evidence of them poisoning and doing all of these crazy things to me. So for me, it took me a while to get past the am I selling people out, or am I being a snitch, or what am I doing? And I was quickly backlashed by being told, no, it's you. You're literally, they're making you fight for your life. They're backing you into a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. What happens when someone's back is up against the wall? When people have nothing to lose, they have only everything to gain because they have nothing else to lose when you've fucking taken everything away from them. So the reality is these people were doing evil, demonic shit, not just to me. They killed many other people and have stolen from many other people. And the reality of the situation is, if you know that someone is drugs and rapes women, but you don't report that person, then you're letting other women get drugged and raped. If you know that someone drugs and rapes and sells that content and then kills people that are alone, especially if they're artists or whatever, in their homes and their villas, and they take their property and their cars and their bikes and their electronics and their all their shit, and they start selling it in their little groups and at their thrift stores and all this shit, redistributing it, well, there's a big judgment that's got to come down. And the reality is, The wheel of fate and judgment is coming down on these people for trying to take out the high priestess, for trying to unalive the high priestess. The problem is they didn't expect you guys to still be alive. They didn't, it's like they never made plans for it. Somebody's physically wearing a wire. Someone's physically taking a payout. Somebody took a trap. Someone took a deal. Someone took a bribe or a deal. People took bribes, but someone also took like let's say they're like, okay, if you do this one last deal, we'll help you leave. We'll get you out of here somewhere safe. And this person fucking took the bribe. They took the bribe and they're gonna do it. And they're gonna fucking lock these people up for a lifetime. Because they know that they care more about themselves and about their money and about their own safety than they do about everybody. And that's what they're doing, is they're testing to see the character of everybody, because they've been doing it over and over and over again. And everything that they had to say shitty about collective was false. Every fucking thing. They're exactly opposite. And everything that all these people, and these people are out there making reports. They were creating big fucking stories. They were creating some fucking big art. They were creating some weird shit. Like whoever this was on here, whoever was on here earlier that was like from fucking Playboy or whatever, that started speaking to me as if they fucking knew who I was and they'd seen me before. Like they did the most. These people literally did the most. They posed this collective. They created all of the shit. And that's the thing. That's all plagiarism. That's all intellectual property. That's all human trafficking, sexual assault, sex trafficking, producing all that stuff. And so this is, again, what it comes down to is the justification. And the only way that's going to happen at this moment is separating. This is what I was picking up. The guardians are doing right now is separating. I'm sorry, the archangels and stuff is separating each one of their fucking charges one by one, and them having to be charged one by one by one by one. So if they did 5 things that are 5 fucking life sentences, then they're gonna have to fucking get a double tap to the head. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if all the bad stuff you did equals up to you 3 life sentences, then you don't get to live anymore, bro. Like, because you don't respect life. Like, if you've raped multiple people, if you've hurt multiple children, if you've done weird shit, if you're a perpetrator, if you've done all this shit, like, you don't deserve to be in normal public. I don't care. I don't care. Like, do I think that there can be programs of rehabilitation and stuff like that? For sure. Great. FEMA built all those prison camps, so we can put all of the judicial system, all of the fucking government, all that in those little camps that they built, and we can start rehabilitating them into our new world before they do the opposite. Just a little thought, just throwing it out there. But again, matriarchy is not the inverse of patriarchy. Matriarchy is something that is centered more like paganism, which is around the cyclical nature, the lunar and solar cycles and phases, which is what we are celebrating now. We're at 210 days. Every 210 days in Bali, they do what is called Galungang to Kuningang, and they are on a different, I think it's called a Patwan, something like this calendar, but they're also on a lunar calendar as well. And there's 13 lunar phases, right? So they go 13. So, anyways, more ancient, more ancient understanding, but yeah, it's basically like a reset. And that's what we are. Yeah, this tower. This is the tower. This is like the new year. It's like finally, yeah. And it's going to take a little bit of strength to bring these people down, but this is what's happening. They're gonna push back a little bit, but that's what they want to do, is just keep people in fear. And so if you don't stay in this fear of how am I gonna make this money? I can't survive without money. Like, bro, if you can't run your business, like, this is my feeling. If you can't operate your business, baseline, like without needing a large investment, then like it's not a good model. For me, for instance, I can operate my business like on a minor thing, right? Like I can get the material, I have all the machines, it just takes some electricity and some time and some whatever, but I don't need to reinvent the whole fucking wheel. I don't need the whole thing to be funded. I need to refund the photo shoots to put everything on the website. That way people can actually have access to see what it is and purchase it, right? But for me, that's a lot more effort and energy, a lot more work than it is for me to do readings for people. Like you should have more than one talent in your wheel well. And the more that you stop making everything about money and the capitalistic society of sick fucks, and the less that you stop feeding that patriarchal bullshit, the better the whole collective will be, because this is a collective co-creation. And you know, it's just something that we have to be more aware of collectively. We just each have to do our best. But if we sit and we meditate and we start really asking, what is our purpose? What is our path? What is our highest gift? Something like this, like, and you're clean and you're clear, you're fucking celibate, maybe you're doing fasting or you're doing cleansing, you're active in nature, you're doing all of these things, like then you actually have the capacity to start to receive those downloads. I'm not the only one that can channel. Everybody has the accessibility. Now you may not be able to channel all of the collectives, right? Like I do, for sure, because I'm fucking ancient. I'm primordial soul, right? But you should be able to at least get some downloads. Like most people work with like one collective. They work, with the Palladians or the Arcturians or the Syrians or the Lumerians or the Atlanteans, or, many people work with like one, the Galactic Federation, work with one species. Maybe they work with fays, or maybe they work with animal spirits or elementals, or just like the archangels. Like for me, because I'm so ancient and primordial, I can actually work with all of them. So just sit and meditate and ask, especially now in this time, like literally in the next 10 days. Like I challenge you guys to do that and see what kind of downloads you can receive, because the collective conscious is not something that's existing in my brain and your brain. It's something that's floating around like the World Wide Web. So it's accessible. You can tap into it. You have to have the proper intention, attention, and vibrational frequency to actually align with it. So let me leave you guys on that one. I'm tired and I really want to turn off this light. It's killing me. It's not killing me, but it is. It's burning my eyes. So I'm melting. No. And get out and with the first sunlight. The first sunlight. You hope it will be, yes. Well, that's the thing. Is we're not so different, you and I, Anna. We're not so different. You have a question about my services because you don't understand. Information is in the information box below. In the information box below, there's a video about this $5 reading raffle, which is the best way. As far as services like a reading or something like this, I do those private one-on-one. I don't pre-record. Okay, I do them via my Telegram application. We do a video chat. I used to do the Zoom, but since they broke my fucking devices, like I'm limited. But yeah, to do a session like that, I'm only taking like 30, 30 minutes, like to an hour minimum sessions. Before I used to do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 25 minutes, 35 minutes. But yeah, I'm only interested in doing deeper dives. If you just want a base question or something like that, you can click in the link below for the $5 reading raffle. There's a link for the video of how I explain it all. I have like a 10-minute video explaining how you can participate in this. Um, as far as like scheduling like an hour session with me, I charge 360 euros. So um and I give like, we chat for like, 5 minutes or something like this, and really kind of go over, make sure there's clarity on what it is. You'll receive some prompts and how to do a meditation and doing all of this like before you want to sit and do it with me. And yeah, it's basically, it has to be an agreed upon thing, right? Because as I start to work in people's energetic fields, there has to be permission coming and going, not just from you individually, but also from your oversouls. And this is important because a lot of people that I work with, they sometimes like to do relationship reads, and there's certain stuff that we can tap into for sure. I can tap into all of it, but there is rules as far as I'm concerned, as far as my position is concerned, to where, it's not necessarily like a good practitioner won't go too much into other people's personal lives that isn't the person that is getting the reading. And um, the reason for that is because tapping into people's energetic fields without their permission, again, is doing things against people's free will. And one of the, um, that's just one of the things. Um, it could mean that a chakra is blocked. Okay, so what she's asking is when somebody says, like, and again, this is a question that is relevant for the collective. Okay, when someone says that they have fatigue and it's hard to do their job and sleep doesn't really bring them rest, does it mean that a chakra is blocked, is being blocked? Um, it can be. It can be, but right now, what I would say, okay, um, there's a lot of the second and third um, chakras that are just blocked for the collective right now, right? Which is like reproductive and creative center. Um, that's collectively kind of a big block. But the thing is about this is there's a lot of people that are experiencing a lot of ascension symptoms, because even me, someone who rests and meditates and doesn't do too much, like, I'm still experiencing these things. I'm also receiving, like, again, I have super sensitivity in my eyes to especially like the artificial, whatever, the lights, the LEDs, the fluorescent, all of that shit. Like my eyes are like, eh. Also, I receive sometimes like ringing or different frequency sounds in the ears. Like, I went out the other day and these people, like, they just had heavy energy and they all came around me and I literally like almost fucking pass out. Um, so I just believe that our bodies, because if you're really doing the work and you're a light worker, I believe that our bodies are just like getting all of these DNA upgrades, all of these light codes, and everything is kind of fluctuating and changing. And our physical bodies, right, are super dense. These third density bodies aren't really um, quite built for it. And they've been trying this experimentation again and again and again and again, and it's never really been successful. But like, we actually feel that it will be successful. It will be successful this time. That's a bad thing to say. We actually feel. Well, you guys are telling me, shut the fuck up. I mean, at least don't say shit like that. Or whoever you're listing to be speaking, tell me before. Come on now, Jesus. So, anyways, it will work this time. Just to fucking, not to freak people out, but like, no, it will actually work this time because the consciousness, the rate at the collective consciousness awakening and being like this is so vast, and it's like picking up and picking up, picking up. Light has already won the war. It's just about people getting in that resonant frequency, and it's about our bodies. We're moving from a carbon-based life form to crystalline-based life form. So there's a lot of shifts that are happening. So if you're feeling really tired, also, what are you eating? I would say it's more of what are you consuming, because things that you have been consuming for an extended amount of time, even if you didn't change what you eat, what I've noticed right now is a lot of people, including myself, are changing a lot of what we eat. A lot, a lot. And this is the biggest thing, because I'm just like, oh, like the other day when I got like that, like I was sitting there waiting to do coconut, and these fucking rude people, like 3 or 4 people kept coming up and cutting in front of me, and I was just like, whatever. I don't want to fight them, because they're just basically like, we're local and you're fucking white. What are you doing here? But like, I go down this lady all the time, this old lady, and she's super tight, right? Because she fucking like cuts a coconut up for me, and I drink it and I eat it there and I give it back to her because they make charcoal out of it, right? So I don't want to take her coconut away from her, and I don't want to have her put it in a plastic cup. Like, none of that makes sense to me. Like, just chill there. But they think because I'm just chilling there that they can all cut in front of me, and then basically I fucking started to faint, and they were like, "Wait, what a second." So I hope that they felt bad. Like maybe that was just a lesson for them to be like, you saw somebody sitting here waiting, and you still came up and pushed your way in front of them rudely, like with no respect. So, anyways, I think that it's a lot of maybe you need more coconut water. You need healthier electrolytes, and I think we need a lot more alive things, fruit, more fruit and vegetables, more green things. What I've been picking up on is like blood sensitivities, so more like iron deficiencies and stuff like this, which means we need more beets, more leafy green vegetables, and not just that, but what we're eating with it, right? And like again, this is something like if I had people come here, like I would be teaching people, here's how we change, how to eat for our body, how to eat for intuition, how to eat, like because I can tune in and see what people are deficient in their body. For me, it's a little bit harder. They don't let me know all the tricks for myself, but it's much easier for me to kind of see it and sense it and tell people what they need to eat or what they need to do or whatever. It's much easier for me to tune in. Maybe it's just me tuning into their oversouls that makes it easier. I'm not exactly sure, but regardless, I think that a lot of it is the energetic upgrades. So drink a lot of um, hydrating stuff, because I've been feeling it. I've been feeling like, oh, am I having another fucking stroke? Am I getting anemic? And I'm feeling all of this, and I'm checking the eyes, and I'm like, okay, well, there's not like yellow in the eyes, so I don't think that I'm like being anemic, but I'm having these types of feelings. So I think it's really just about us eating more high vibrational food, because our new bodies are needing like alive things that are alive. And I don't mean like meat. And this may be a big time where a lot of people stop to eat meat, anything that has blood or is bleeding, because it's demonic and it's part of the Luciferian. So I'm not vegan by any means, but like I eat eggs and cheese and stuff like this. I think that's chill, but it might also be good for people for some time, like the cat. If that wasn't verification, I don't know what is, because this is like what they've been doing, right? Is they've been feeding all of the livestock and the animals, just like they've been mixing them with the human to feed people and the fast food and stuff like that. Like the antibiotics and the this and the GMOs and the blah 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 blah. Like better to just eat things that are as organic and fresh and alive as you possibly can. Like better. Like I was like up this morning and I went out and I did my little walk, and then I was like, oh, I'm kind of fucking tired of staring at the sun. And I was like, oh, I'm so tired. And it was like, you need to go to the wet market. You need to go this morning, because tomorrow they're probably going to be closed because it's a holiday. And you need to go there to get fruit. You need like alive stuff. Like, what if your little people that make your stuff aren't there? Like, you need to just have the fruit. And I was so fucking tired. Like, I just been tired, but I'm just like, okay, take a little nap. Like, take a little nap. Like, maybe I can't get full REM cycles, but what I did realize is like last night, after everything, I went to sleep really well. And then I woke up at the and early like I normally would and did my normal stuff like I was back on point. Excuse me. But then after that, I needed to rest again. So there's still obviously energies around. And it's just about being hyper vigilant to them. You know, that's why I drink a lot of the tangerine juice. People are like, why you drink all of that? And I'm just like, it's filled with vitamin C and they fresh squoze it in front of me. And like, yeah, I'm gonna drink that. What? What are you gonna drink? Tea with sugar? What are you gonna drink? Something from a plastic bottle that's been sitting in that plastic bottle for how long? Like they just squeezed that. And I put it in my glass jar. Never touch plastic. I'm cool on that. I don't know. Like the more alive things and the more higher frequency things. And then like, yeah, definitely like the electrolytes. I feel like I should just be like, I was gonna get a bunch of coconuts from this lady, and then I was like, nah, it's good for me to just go out and drive like 5 or 10 minutes down the road. Like it's chill. I sit there. She got a little like it's in front of a temple, and I just like sit on the mossy temple steps and like drink the coconut and eat the coconut. But if you can get the real coconut, like eating the inside of it as well. Um, but yeah, I think you have to go, you have to follow the instructions. Go here. The instructions are in the information box below for the $5 reading raffle. There's like a 10-minute instruction video. You can go there and figure it out. It gives all this. I'm not going to break it down because I'm exhausted. But I do in that video. That's in the information box below. And it tells you what you have to do. And I think I break it down nicely. They probably cut me in and out, but I think I break it down as good as I possibly can. But it's simple. It's just like liking and commenting on different videos, something like this. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, whatever you guys are eating or drinking, if you're doing alcohol, alcohol is super low frequency, as well as red meat, especially. Red meat is hell of like the lowest grounding frequency. So if you're can't give up meat fully, but you can give up red meat for a little bit, like that would be ideal. If you can potentially just give up meat, like just be vegetarian for like a few weeks or a month, even, like you would probably be really surprised. Um, but yeah, sugars and sugars and meat, try to cut those out and just try to anything like try to eat things as fresh or as alive as you possibly can because you want to be a zombie or you want to be alive. You want to be nature growing or nature dying. Because whatever you eat, it has to process in your stomach. And when you eat meat, it's got to die and rot and process through your whole system. I don't eat it because when I eat it, then I know I fucking stink. Like when I sweat, I fucking stink. My body stinks from everywhere. My breath, my odor, my mouth, everything. My hair, everything smells. So my body is not about it. Does it mean that I hate it? No. Like when I feel the craving to intuitively do it, like I love to go and get the fresh fish and stuff like by the ocean, you know. But yeah, I don't just eat it because I should. I've been doing a lot of different protein, a lot of soy protein, maybe because feminine needs more soy, maybe because I need to gain more weight that wasn't from fucking sugar or something while getting my protein. I don't know. To each her own. I should teach a class on I should start a Patreon. I don't know. I gotta fix my tablet, you guys, so I can figure out all these settings and try to get into the studio, the YouTube studio, and do all this and set up like a Patreon, like a members only or a Patreon or something like this, where I put all of that stuff out, where I put like the protection spells, the clearing spells, the intuitive reading, intuitive eating, like a plethora, and break it down into more things. Like I need to find somebody that's really good with technological stuff and doing shit like this for me, not someone that uses AI because I want a real human that's actually fucking doing it. that wants to trade for sessions or something, because that's where I'm at. I have a plethoras of information, but I'm not trying to input it all into AI systems. And I don't like if anybody's taking my content and fucking running it through AI, because I've worked really hard to keep my look consistently changing. So AI doesn't have my shit. So if any of you cock sucking motherfuckers are putting my face and my shit in AI, like I'm sending the ancestors to fuck you up this week. Straight up. You're gonna get all that shit. You're gonna start to get all that bullshit times 100. So mote it be. Anyways, guys, as always, infinite blessings, love, and light. I appreciate your likes, comments, subscribes, your shares. If you feel so inclined to do an energetic exchange, my PayPal information is down below. If you want to private message me, Instagram, my Instagrams are down below. The same as the name here, Divinity Within Thee. This is my only channel. I do not post anywhere else on any other platform. I mean, I don't go live. I have Divinity Within Thee on Instagram, which is the best place to message me directly until they unblock my email. And as always, if you're out here, you're doing the work, you're doing great. I'm proud of you. You're awesome. You got this. Keep going. You're on your own, but you're not alone. We're rising in love. We're not falling for anything anymore. We are in the upward spiral of ascension. So let's keep going and keep supporting those around you, however that is. If it's with a attaboy, attagirl, a fucking a like, a comment, a subscribe, a nice comment or a compliment, you have to be willing to give the things that you would like to receive, just the natural order of the universe. So, as always, I send you guys blessings and love. In case nobody told you today, I love you. You're amazing. And fuck the patriarchy, matriarchy. Meow. Ciao for meow. Zoe out. You're very welcome. Have a